Hey there, kids. It's me, Oni the Unicorn. And I'm here to tell you that f***ing your dreams ain't cheap. In fact, it costs a ton of cash to do. So that's why me and the Oh No Radio Show need your help. Just go to the website displayed below and hit us up with some cash, yo. $1, $5, $1 million if you have it to spare. Any amount is appreciated. Well, I gotta go because these dreams ain't gonna fuck themselves. See ya!
No, 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 no.
No! God, please, no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh hell no.
You are listening to the Oh No Radio Show.
Eat a bag of dicks.
So I think I've decided I'm going to become an international spy now. Just to let you guys know. International spy coming your way.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't want you anymore. Yes, baby, I told you before. You went away and you said you left me, and now you live in misery. Although you want me to take you back, you said you're sad about this and that.
Oh,
no, baby.
baby. No. That is right. That is right. That is right. It is the Oh No Radio Show, and we are back here on a Monday night. My name is Owen. I am the captain of your shit ship. Along with me tonight is my good friend, my ailing friend, my tall wizard lizard, the great white North Andre the Giant of weed. He is here, and his name is Ty. Thank you, Ty. He is the Andre the Giant of weed.
Andre the Giant of Weed?
Yeah, I think that's what he is.
Bro, that's such a good title, though.
The Andre the Giant of weed. Ty.
Just a pleasant smile and a good going attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit of that weird, like, hormonal thing that,
Oh,
like,
hey,
makes you
Owen.
grow way too big for no reason.
Hey, Owen, are we going to win?
Oh, what are you talking about? What?
That was Andre the Giant in The Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah. See, I'd never seen The Princess Bride. Yeah. Everybody looks at me like I'm a fucking crazy person when I say
By the way-
I've
by the
never seen
way-
The Princess Bride. I've never seen it.
I never get to do this. I'm Mike B, everyone.
Yeah.
I am the Mustache Muse.
Yes, you are.
And I am glad I am here with you guys as always because this week has been fucking great.
That's good to hear, Mike. You sound so positive. Even talking to you before the show, you're like, man, I've changed my life around. Like I'm a new Mike B. You're what 9 days into the new year, and you're
yeah.
and you're killing it. You're at the gym what every day? You've been there every day.
Okay, so this is day 8. I started on the 2nd.
Uh-huh.
This is day 8 of my fitness journey, and the first 7 days I was at the gym 5 days a week because that's where most people say like you shouldn't go more than that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Right.
It's
And you're
bad
like
for your body.
And you're like, fuck that. I'm gonna
Do what I want.
that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
Well,
I'm gonna
originally, in
play
my
by
mind-
Mike B rules, and I'm gonna go like.
In my
hard,
mind, I was gonna
hard.
be like, fuck that. I'm gonna go all 7 days at least because I was only doing 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm starting out. I'm trying to like
Dude,
get my
what a
body.
You can get
accustomed-
away with less than an hour every day.
I think
you can
so.
Get away.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
not-
Yeah. What? Do you,
But
especially if
they-
you're switching it up too. Maybe one day you're doing legs, one day you're doing some cardio, one day you're doing some, lifting, whatever it is. Right.
So I'll explain to you guys basically how every session works.
please.
I start every session. Me and my wife have been going together because it really motivational for me to have someone there to like
Both of, I mean, I would
even
imagine she says the same thing, right? Like it's
yeah,
helpful, like to get hurt, like it's something to do together as well.
yeah. So every session starts out. I started out by I just got on the treadmill and pressed. They have a go button, a big
Yeah,
green
hit
go
go.
button,
Yeah.
and I was like, "All right, let's see what like default is for the treadmill." And I pressed it. It started a 20-minute timer,
Uh,
and it basically has little buttons where you can adjust the speed
yeah, too
and the
fast for me
incline.
right now. I gotta slow down a bit, or no, this is like old man lazy pace. Let me bump it up a
Yeah.
bit.
So, for the majority of my workouts, I'm doing like 3 miles an hour, for 20 minutes
Hey,
at a 30% incline.
there you go. There you
So
go.
I'm just
Just
that's
walking hard up a small hill. Like
I
that's
am
what it is. That's
I'm Johnny cashing it and I'm walking hard.
I appreciate that. Like, and for those of you who are like, oh, that's pussy shit, like that's nothing. You do that. Like it will. Like I know, man. Like even 3 miles an hour up a slight incline like that, that'll make
Yeah.
your legs feel like you've been walking hard, like you
So
said, Johnny cashing
so
it.
that is just to get my heart rate up.
Cool.
So I do that. And
And
then
you're burning some calories doing that, my friend.
yeah. And so what I'm basically trying to do is deplete my body of all this like
Uh huh.
this energy and like the energy that it has and all like the
Sure.
fat that's already got so that it can
Burn
get to
that
like
fat, baby.
where I can actually burn calories.
Yeah.
And so after my 20 minutes, I move into like arm and chest exercises. And I do 30 sit-ups a day at home. So it's just
Dude, what a start.
I'm
That's a hell of
putting
a start.
in
Just keep it up. Just keep it up. You know, like I know we were talking again before the show and you were explaining some of this, to me like you've been actively doing, some, exercising and really trying to get in better shape. And you mentioned one of the biggest things is that there is a mental clarity that does indeed come from working out, or for me at least, like I will lift weights at night. Like I will like just lift a few weights, just keep my arms in check or what have you. But I'm not exactly trying to get big or like in the greatest of shape. But I will also, of course, try and walk. I walk a shit ton at work. Like I walk a good 7 to 10 miles a day.
yeah.
Like that's like a very important thing. And then I'll on the weekends I'll go for a walk with Teresa if I'm feeling like into it. And we walk a good, like when we go for a good one. I mean, we're doing 4 or 5 miles, something like that,
Yeah.
like for a good walk.
and
And
that was
my point is real quick is that if I do let that go for, it takes about a week and a half. If I let it go, that I don't do,
start to get the grumpies, right?
I get grumpy. I don't like,
Dude,
my
it
mental clarity isn't as like, my cognitive functions just aren't as there as crisp as they usually are. And I do
so
definitely feel it. There's something about, I guess, just getting that oxygen to the brain, that whole deal. It's important, man.
so I've told you guys, for a long time I really like felt in a funk and
Mm-hmm.
like I've been dealing with a lot of depression just because I'm getting closer to 40 and like I'm really trying to decide like what I want to continue to do because I've got all this like culinary experience and in a lot of ways like over the through December like I was posting a lot of food and so there's that love and desire to keep doing what I'm doing, but there was a lot of depression about there's no real future for this. I would basically have to cook until I die.
Right.
And I've been dealing with a lot of like internal like change and struggle with like what I'm going to do. But there was one goal that has stuck out for the past couple, like since I've been about 30, like right before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I decided that for my 40th birthday, and I think I've said this before, I want to go to either Japan or do like a little Europe trip for my 40th
Big ass
birthday.
trip. Yeah, it's expensive, but save up the money to do a really extravagant travel adventure.
For me and Janine for our 40th birthday, because
That'd be great.
we're the same age.
Oh,
We're
dude,
within
couldn't
a couple
recommend
months
that
of each other.
anymore, man. Traveling is good for the soul.
But what I don't want to fucking do is windedly huff my way through either Japan or the European countries of my choice.
I want to see you on the Great Wall of China, fat as hell. Like just
no.
I want
if I'm going to the Great Wall, I want to be up there.
My twisted side wants you to be like the dumb fat American on the Great Wall of China.
I want to have two Chinese people like on each American
shoulder, carrying them up the stairs, those narrow stairs,
and be like, "This is America."
You want to be okay? Yeah. Here's the goal. You should want here's the deal. You should.
I want to walk through the streets of Japan.
Make your goal,
and then be like, "Oh my God, this bulky, huge, fit American man has graced us with his white presence."
Exactly. I think that your goal should be.
That's not racist, by the way. That's not racist.
That you can carry Janine up those very steep stairs on your shoulder, like Miss Elizabeth and the Macho Man, up the stairs to the Great Wall of China.
Owen, do you want me to be the queen of the crop?
Rising.
I'm rising. Rising all the way to the top, Owen.
Oh, man. I can't do a good match right now, but I'm proud of you, though. Seriously, I'm proud of you. It's
I feel awesome.
That's
guys.
great to hear.
My depression has definitely there are things I'm still worried about.
Of course,
but,
it's life.
I'm not only because I can feel my body forming the addiction.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is a good, if I'm going to get addicted to anything, please, for God, let me. I've gotten addicted to so many dumb, drugs and alcohol and, stupid habits.
Why not?
Please let me get addicted to fucking working out. Please, body.
That's cool. That's super cool. I did want to mention, of course, because you're feeling so great, that maybe one of our compadres, our amigos, our good brothers wasn't feeling too good.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I feel great.
This week. Ty,
are you working out too?
Ty,
are you getting shredded, brother?
We gotta get into his. Ty's like, I feel like I need a segment for this, and so it's gonna go a little bit like this. What's wrong with Ty?
What's wrong with Ty?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Ty?
Hey.
What's wrong with Ty? Yeah. What's wrong
Hey, everybody.
with Ty?
Listen, sometimes Ty has some weird issues with his body, whether it be diabetes, strange hereditary things. We don't really know, but sometimes
genital warts. I know is a big one.
Genital warts.
AIDS.
It's more like a genital.
I feel like AIDS.
Not a wart.
Didn't you have Didn't you have AIDS once? You had AIDS once.
Space AIDS. Everybody had space AIDS for a while.
Yeah, I got it.
Well,
too.
everyone on Ty's home planet.
We're lizard people.
Yeah. So what'd you get? What'd you get this time? What happened?
So I did all the things you're supposed to do as a diabetic. I went early to get my prescription refilled.
Didn't eat a bunch of candy. Didn't drink a bunch.
All that.
Worked out.
That shit didn't have anything to do with what happened to me. But
wow.
Okay.
That's a first.
Again,
I'm not saying I'm the best diabetic.
Okay, Ty.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike. Let me interject here. Usually when Ty has a diabetic episode, you would admit this, Ty, it's usually your fault, right? Like you usually do something.
Usually Ty eats a commemorative Christmas tin full of Sour Patch Kids and then has an episode and is like, I don't know why it happened.
Now I'm in the hospital again. Woohoo. Yeah.
Oh no.
In all honesty, all the hospital visits for the longest time are because my sugar's low, but the last couple were fucked. Yeah. So
okay. All right.
Regardless, I went through the right things. I had the doctor's appointment, tried to get my shit refilled like I normally would every month.
Like a
Your
responsible human being.
Like a normal human is supposed to do that
Okay.
is trying to survive with diabetes.
Are you a normal Italian human now?
Hey.
Like a normal person
Like
is
a normal-
supposed to do.
Hey, I diabetes. So what you doing?
Ty, I
Man.
gotta ask, are insulin prices still like
Yeah.
stupid?
Well,
dumb?
so that was part of the shitty situation was my insurance changed at the beginning of the year.
Oh boy.
So certain shit that the insulin I had been taking was no longer covered, and they thought that
Nah,
you
you
know,
gotta
we
get
can't give it to
shittier
you now.
insulin.
It's
They should make off-brand knockoff insulin. They need to get you guys. They need
Call
to,
it Winsulin.
Yeah.
Or like
they
know.
make so-called generic things, but they only
Uh.
make so many, and they're still expensive. So fucking yeah. So there was that delayed it once, but then there just was no stock in Fond du Lac it got delayed 2-3 days. And I'm on like emergency
well, I mean, there are so
level.
many fatties in Fond du Lac. You know,
it's all them cheese
it's,
curds. Cheese curds.
It's diabetes heavy in Fond du Lac.
This is like this is what I take every day to like make me livable. This is not me compensating for sugar. This is
not
Wait,
like an
are you trying to
emergency
say
thing.
like people take like luxury insulin? Like,
I think
oh,
so. I think
that's
that's
how
what
you control your blood sugar, man.
I
That's
had I had too
I
many
will
Snickers.
fuck you up, Mikey.
Woo! I'm
So
sorry, I've been drinking. I
fucking
don't normally do that.
You
so
do?
I'm-
You do? Okay, cool.
the
Oh,
whole
and you
shit,
always drink. It's never a surprise.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got one.
I'm just saying.
I almost never do, and I'm drinking.
Diabetes is a son of a bitch, and
Yeah.
it was imagine like prairie dogging for a couple of days where
Whoa.
you know if
You're about
if
to
you
poop?
don't go into the hospital, if you can hold it for a couple of days and get your insulin, you'll be all right. Or
So wait, are you sitting in like a weird insulin limbo state where like you don't feel really normal?
Yes, I need this shit to like
dude,
level out my everyday existence.
Okay,
Then that
Ty,
sucks
no,
because
Ty.
this is my big deal. Like, we are the first world nation.
Yeah.
We are the number. Apparently, because we live here, we are the first world nation, and the fact that we have our citizens in this nation that can't get the insulin they need to fucking
So what are you doing?
exist.
Okay, Ty, I've heard
And they
from-
have to do this shit. They have to fucking like be shaking.
Well, I
and-
had to go into the hospital. Like that, I couldn't
Yeah,
get my insulin, so I
This is
literally
why
go
our
in.
insurance is fucked up because our own government can't regulate insulin
All right,
production.
let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. What I want to ask Ty is when you're in that like that situation, right? Does it like do you get even a sense because I've heard this like being kind of a thing, like can you get like a sense of mania even where you start feeling a little like high or a little floaty or like cuz
well,
or
kind of.
So you need insulin to raise your blood sugar or
No,
drop it,
lower.
right? So you need insulin to lower it. And so does that mean that you're just like are you scared to eat anything at that point or like what are you doing?
What I was out of that for people like me for type 1 that don't make any insulin. Type 2 are the out of shape fatties, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's the one
your
that I was
own
on.
fault.
That's your
Yeah.
average Fond du Lac Wisconsin is that
No,
I
that was the
shouldn't
one
say it's
I
their
was
own
on the-
fault because there is genetic forms of that too. but
Sure.
type 1,
I
what
have
I have is none at all, so I need it.
both my grandparents ended up with diabetes through luxury excess life, and that was part of this. That was like I don't want to.
Yeah, you want to
I'm
avoid
not
that
gonna
step.
do
Yeah, avoid that thing. Yeah.
And my brother,
Yeah.
and here's the other thing. I went to Christmas. My brother's been working out, and he looked slim, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not." And my sister just had a baby, so she's overweight.
You
because
can't
she
let
just had a
Tony
baby.
be. You can't let Tony
I'm
be
not-
like.
I'm not gonna be the fat sibling anymore. I'm gonna be
no.
the fucking shred sibling.
And I know you when you get dedicated
competitive.
and
Now
competitive
that
in your mind. You're ultra competitive, so that's it, man. Like you're gonna
that's
do
all
it.
it took was just I saw my
I
brother and
love
I'm
it.
like,
Ty,
damn, my brother looks fucking way better than I do now, and
I
I'm
can't
not
handle
letting this
that. I'm
happen.
not letting that happen.
But Ty, dude, I'm so sorry that
No, I want to ask
Oh, it's not
more.
a pity piece. I'm just mad. Like it's fucking.
no,
You
that's what I'm
literally
I
saying.
was a
had to go. You
responsible
had
human.
to go to the ER because you knew, like, hey, I haven't got my insulin. This is going to be a problem. I've tried
It
to get
was,
it. Like,
yeah.
so you almost preemptively did that, is what I'm guessing, right? I'm sure you waited until the last
I
moment you
waited too
could.
long, in all
Right,
honesty.
right.
But yeah.
And then how long do you
Because
have to stay in there?
they would have been able to help him short term. He wouldn't have had a full hospital stay. They would have been able to be like, okay, here's some of our reserve insulin.
You would
Bam,
think it'd be easy to get like an emergency vial or
delivery.
shot,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a shot.
yeah.
I don't even need a whole fucking thing. I just need, give me a 24-hour.
So wait, Ty,
Right,
you're
right.
saying that if I could start a business that could help diabetics who were in demand, if I could build connections to get like
You
It
don't want to
might be
get in this
muddy.
game.
I don't want to. I don't think you need to get into this game, man.
I want to because this is sucky. Like the fact that
Yeah, isn't that what Mark Cuban is like trying to do now too? Like he's trying to like get.
Insulin?
Yeah, well,
For
no, it's like
fuck's sake.
across the board with all of like he's trying to start this company where he's like selling certain drugs like crazy cheaper than like I don't know. I don't know the whole deal. I'd have to look more into it. But he started a company that's selling generics, and I think one of the biggest targets of that was going to be insulin, so that insulin prices would be like
Yeah.
$18 a vial or something like way more
I will say, like
appropriate.
being a diabetic for 20 plus 20-ish, 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
long ass
Yeah,
time.
that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like I've seen kind of the difference, and they have introduced some generic
So-
ones lately that might be partially responsible for what you're talking about.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But it's still like without insurance, the insulin's still like $200-300 a vial.
Insane.
It's fucking-
Insane. Yeah.
I have
I
insurance.
think that's what he's effectively trying to make a difference, with and kind
Yeah.
of fighting like the big pharma and stuff. And I know that there was that one guy too, right? The fucking that one big dickhead that was
Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli, yeah, who bought the Wu-Tang album and was
Oh,
the
that
pharma douche. That I think that was his,
making insulin just super unaffordable.
yeah, like thousands of bucks and all this. Like, so I think he was partly responsible of why this exists as kind of
No,
like
but again,
a,
I think it's just they will only produce so much because they know that they can keep it at a very high fixed price
yeah.
because of, and unless there's some real reason why we can't make enough insulin for everyone, unless there's like a legit, like there just aren't the resources. It's been going too long. What's going to suck
they can
is
engineer this shit. There's no
yeah,
reason
again,
for it to
because
be that
we're
expensive.
engineering it now, then there's no reason for it to be this exponentially high. They're keeping it. What more than likely it is that we're in the period where experimental like synthesized insulin is in that, like, I think it's a 5-year gap where like companies can hold medical copyrights. So once that gap is done, like, basically free range insulin will become more
Yeah.
available.
Okay. Sorry, it's boring the hell out of me talking about this. Not gonna lie.
I'm passionate about it.
No,
I'm sorry.
but
My
it's the same.
family's dealt with it, and I'm literally getting healthy so I don't.
Here's
have
my
to deal with
here's my
it.
problem with the whole thing. You can't get logical, like good, decent priced, like pharmaceutical insulin to tie, but yet you know what I'm seeing lately is fucking
Viagra, by the-
handicap scooters all over the place. And I'm not talking about a rascal, something that you're driving around with that's electric powered. You know what I'm seeing is instead of now, used to have crutches, used to have canes, used to have all sorts of like walkers or what have you. The new one that I'm seeing all over the place is the wheelie knee scooter. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you come across this? This is they're
Is this
issuing
for the
this
people
left
who
and
have
right.
like a knee injury and that like
knee or foot injury, and it's like a scooter, but they put their knee on it and scoot about with one knee up.
I've seen those for a decade plus, and it always seems like a horrible idea. Like you would
I don't
get
like
going
'em.
way too good, and
I think people are using them to like skateboard on now. Basically, they're just like drifting on their scooters. I see them like, and they're.
I want to take one of those on a half pipe.
I mean, I would like one, but I don't like when they got one and I don't got one. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, and
how
can
come,
we get one of those? And just
Can I just roll into work? Can I roll into the factory with my new knee scooter and start shredding? Can I shred down? You know?
Oh, and I think we need to spend like the $100 to get one of them through some sort of.
I want my
listeners.
insurance to pay for it.
Listeners, if you
buy us a
have
knee
one of these
scooter.
little knee scooters and you don't need it anymore,
Give it
can
to
you
me.
donate it to Oh No so
Mhm.
that me and Owen can now go to work
It'd be
and
fun,
be
right?
on one of these and be like, oh, it's a disability. I have a
Exactly.
disability.
You gotta wrap your ankle up or some shit, that's all.
I gotta put it. all I gotta do is put one of those boots on for 8 hours a day, and then I
get to knee scooter around and okay, my disability is the need to not shred. I need to shred on my knee scooter.
My body desires
shredding, knee scooter shredding. So
I actually have a shred deficiency currently.
Yeah.
And my doctor says that I should be shredding more often.
And then, okay, what is this? Can't you sit on a knee scooter and put your feet on one of them electric hoverboard things? This is a good idea. Now,
Eric, you are a fucking genius.
Yeah, that is genius. Now I can just whiz about with my hoverboard knee craft, and I can go to work and
then fully competent.
Yeah.
And actually, Owen, you should tell them like, hey, you need to actually design all of my workspaces so I can get to work in my new cheap hoverboard.
I've thought about this before. I've thought about this before because I'm so highly valued at my company, right? Like I have to walk up a set. I have to walk up a set of stairs every day to get to my place of work. I was wondering if what it would take for them to put in a chairlift for me so I don't have to walk up and down the stairs anymore. Like,
are you asking for one of those grandma wall lifts?
Yeah, I want one to just basically I ride in on my scooter.
Is this going to become the Owen Butler Memorial Studio?
Yeah. Everybody up there knows that. It's
your studio.
Yeah, and then I just roll up to my booth, I hit my button, and I get up at the top, like I swing around. I would prefer to have some form of transport from the door inside. We'll figure it out. But I've basically, I'm tired of walking up and down the stairs. It's a lot of effort. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of effort.
Oh, and can I ask you to play a little something so that I can talk about something I'm super tired of?
Okay, what do you want? You got a gripe? Is that?
I do. I got a gripe and a half.
Here we go. All right.
Oh, buddy. These gripes are getting worse now because like my testosterone is going. Oh, I'm griping.
Oh yeah, it'll get you.
We got gripes.
My gripes!
So okay, what's this gripe for the week, bro?
All right, guys. So, I've been bringing my charger in lately because with my additional workouts, like I'm using my phone more outside of a charge zone, and I've been having to charge my phone a little bit while I'm at work.
Sure.
several times this week, and even though I've been real positive lately, several times this week, motherfuckers have unplugged my personal charger from my phone
Oh,
to plug in like
to plug in their
what is
phone.
it? AirPod
Yeah,
boxes
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
fucking their own personal phone. I have found my phone at minimum charge because when I put it on, some motherfucker has plugged their own personal device into my charger.
No, that's an unacceptable move. That's an unacceptable
I'm
move.
been I have moments where like I need to go do things and connect my phone to like my earphones so that I can do my shit. And I can't because my phone's on like 3% because some dick
Yep.
unplugged it and plugged their own personal device into my charger. I'm sick of this.
There's a couple rules
There's a
to
work
this.
code.
Well, there's a code to all of the unplugging and using, first off, someone else's charger. Number one, if it is their phone, their charger, you don't touch it without asking the person. Number two, if they're like, even if you have your own charger and want to plug it in, you don't get to just take the spot on the power plug and plug yours in and plug, like
If
super
somebody's
vent
already
that.
plugged in and charging, unless you can look at device
No.
and be like, oh, it's at 100%. If it's at 100%, I
Then
will
you're
give
allowed.
you the caveat.
You're allowed.
Okay, unplug me and plug yourself in.
You're fine.
But
You're
if
fine.
you unplug A, my phone, or B, in the worst case, my charger.
I also think it's
Oh,
E-
you
it's-
have broken some cardinal modern day sin.
it's doubly disrespectful when you're plugging in like the AirPods case. You're taking away someone's ability to communicate, plugging in your Bluetooth fucking headphone charger. Like that.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
to
a
me
super
is like a
disrespectful move.
double down. Like nah. We can't
No,
be
oh,
doing
and
that.
I will 100% salute that. Like that is
Yeah.
a super D-head move
Mm-hmm.
for you to unplug some. Hey, if you unplug someone's phone, you've already committed cardinal sin 1.
Yep.
You're unplugging a communication device. Unless what you're plugging in is another phone and you've communicated to that person, you've committed a sin. If you plug in a headphone out over a phone,
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
oh, there's a 10th level of hell that they just made like within the last 10 to 15 years for that person.
I think you need to institute some rules over at your place of work. You need to, really lay down the law. Put some signs
What do
up.
I want? Do you want me to do a Jerry Seinfeld set at the
Do it.
shift meeting and be like,
Yeah.
guys, if we're gonna unplug things from the chargers, make sure it's not a phone. That's a communication device.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about. No, you gotta let the person know, right? Like, so I feel like I don't know.
What's okay to unplug, folks? What's okay to unplug?
Yeah.
You want me to do
I think you should put out a memo.
Wait, can I start doing stand-up bits for my shift meetings?
At work? Yeah, at your shift meetings.
I probably should do a type 5
yeah,
at my shift meetings, right?
Get them going and also get them understanding that it's not okay.
New Year
unplug
type
the
5
phones.
for shift meetings.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, let's move on a little bit. I talked at the very beginning of the show how I was going to become a spy, right? I'm feeling.
Are
very,
you though?
Well, here's the
I
deal.
feel like there's a lot of work involved with being a spy, Owen, and you are notoriously lazy.
I mean, that is true. Well, this is my my segment for the week that I feel like we need to discuss spies. I think we need to discuss double identities, multiple identities in a ton of different people. And so I was thinking about like being a spy would be really cool, like being an international spy, right? Like you get to, break down these governments and infiltrate it. And then I started thinking about it, and I feel like the whole James Bond spy thing, like the Mission Impossible deal, right? That's not what it is at all. I feel, I'm going to ask you guys this, that spies are probably more nerdy than they are cool. Are spies nerdy?
I think
I
Bond
think they
gave
might
us
be.
all this image that every spy is this super suave, super cool.
Yeah, which, I mean, I got that, right? Like, I'd be really good at that part. Like,
You're not that, though.
I
So
would,
let's move forward.
I
But
would.
let's move forward. I
Uh-huh.
feel like a lot of spies are primarily just guys who are sitting behind computers who are just have ins and outs through privatized networks
Well,
that
now
can
it-
see things they aren't really supposed to see.
Nowadays,
And
right?
that is
Nowadays,
why they are the spies.
Well, nowadays, like you would think that spies are more computer hacker type individuals
That's
than
just
they.
got to be a part
Basically.
of the repertoire, though. It's not like the only thing you rely on.
I'm sure there are still field agents. I'm
wanna
sure
be
there are
that, though.
still
I'd be
dudes
so
out
good.
there doing
That'd be so good.
subterfuge who are still like convincing foreign enemies that they are viable, legitimate people in that organization. I'm sure that still exists, but I assume a lot of our espionage and a lot of our field work is basically like, hey, go find a way into this network so we can just spy on these people and what they're saying. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I feel like that's probably what a lot of like spy work is.
Who would be the best spy of the three of us?
Me.
See, you always
Obviously
say
me.
you. See, I think Ty might be the best one. I feel like he
mean-
could get himself into places more than we could. But then again, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good at, I'm pretty sneaky.
Ty could
sneaky.
show up a lot of places and people wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
I feel, Owen, if
What
you
are you
and I
trying to
showed
say,
up,
Mike?
I feel like you are a much more chill individual than Owen and I.
Yeah.
I feel like if Owen and I show up someplace, we'd be like, hi, I'm the local inspector, and I'm here to inspect things.
I don't think a spy needs to be like suave or cool at all. Spy just needs to be a spy, whatever's best for the situation, right?
I mean,
And again, that's why I feel like you would be the best because you would pick the right thing. Owen and I would let our attitudes and our egos get in the way, and we'd be like, I need to infiltrate this over a month and a half and become a crucial part of this organization to
My shtick
infiltrate
is
it.
I always get laid against my will. Like I never want to have sex with these women, but I just like it has to happen.
Wait, that's your spy
Yeah.
shtick?
That's my shtick.
You don't want to get raped, but they always rape you?
No, it's almost like a gag where they trip over a desk and fall on my dick, and it's like, oh, and then the
whoopsie
episode
daisy.
ends.
I
yeah,
got your bones.
Those make for good Bond films, I'm sure.
I mean, that's not the worst.
Also, Owen, you like imagine like you're stressed already, man. Imagine leading two lives.
Oh,
being
well.
stressed about two of them,
I
and
mean,
like causing shit that can fuck up the world.
yeah, but I feel like that would let me, enjoy, like I think I'd enjoy the blowing up the world part or preventing, and then I would like that wouldn't be that stressful. It would be the other life that would be like, God.
Oh, and you're really ambitious to assume that your other
no.
identity is literally like a Doctor Doom type where you're going to destroy the world.
I got the
Oh, and you
button.
could
I got
barely
the button.
destroy your own yard. Okay.
I could definitely do that. But no, the concept of double lives is fascinating, and you're right, Ty. Like anybody that actually does that is totally fascinating and totally like I've even seen like TikTok videos, even though we don't like have TikTok. I see it on Reddit or whatever on social media, and I see like some of this stuff where like a guy gets exposed, for instance, like with like two different families, like maybe mama with like two kids goes over, not like what the fuck, like why
Yeah.
you know, and then and it's like a whole thing, like that's like first off that's terrifying, and second I just don't know how you like even mentally process some of that, right? Like that's like a
Bro,
weird
what
thing.
level of psychosis do
Yeah.
you have to know that any day your other life that you're living for however long you live it could just come crashing down because it's just an extra life?
One of the questions I had with the whole thing, like that I could maybe even relate to, is like, what if you got like a new job, right? No one knew you. How long could you pretend to almost be someone else with new coworkers? Like, how long could you like?
I mean, I'm sure we're all reasonably responsible of being slightly different at work just because
Sure.
we can't be
Yeah.
the complete
Probably a
asshole
good
or
year.
pothead or whatever you may be, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
I'd like
I
to.
definitely, you have, like, I work for churches and shit sometimes is like, all right, we're not going to have this one conversation that would be fun to have with you people, but, you know, you still put on a polite face.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I knew when I
I don't know.
worked. So tell you for example, like I knew when I worked at the golf uh resort like cafe, most of the other people were people who worked or lived at the golf resort were the employees. I knew not to say certain things. So I think in those situations you just learn what not to kind of talk about in relation to like your double like you keep your whole
But
situation kind of just
you
like
must have to
support
like,
like
you have to like,
surface level.
no, I think, yeah, you probably do, but you also have to like go in there, like knowing every day at work, you have to compartmentalize what job you're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't lead anything on other than what you do at work.
To
Or you have to become
is
really
that
good at
is that
lying
easier
in
or
that like you build these extra lives
right? Is that easy?
outside of what you do.
Is that easier or are two families easier?
Are you saying spy or two families?
Yeah.
I would assume spy because you only have to lie people that you come into contact with consequentially through what
Sure.
you're doing. A family lie, you have your family is legitimately for most people someone you'd be around all the time. So if you're lying to a whole family, unless it's just a spouse,
I think
that's a lot of lies to hold up
yeah.
into.
Yeah.
If you were to like look at graphical data of when this started happening and the emergence of the internet, I guarantee it's exponential since the internet's shown up.
Oh, 100%. 100. Even like Facebook.
I'll say sure
Even
there's
like
spies back in the
Facebook.
day, and
Like,
it probably happened once or twice, but still, like now that you can just have a whole relationship on Facebook and then show up,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah, it probably makes it way, way worse.
So I found an article with some really interesting stories because I'm fascinated with people that live these double lives. And one of the articles I found, it has 5 different names. One of them is Becca Schultz, okay? And this was a huge
Sounds like a slut.
Nah, man, you're gonna probably regret that when I tell you she was 13 years old.
Oh no.
Okay, So she was a teenage girl, just a teenage girl, 13 years old, who found success as an awful adult man. Becca Schultz was a 13-year-old girl who dreamed of being a sports writer. And like most 13-year-olds, she was super impatient. Probably correctly assuming that no one would hire a barely teenage girl to write about baseball, she began pitching herself as an adult man named Ryan, and it worked for 8 fucking years.
Yeah.
She started when she was 13, did it for 8 years. It could have been a weirdly uplifting tale, but unfortunately, Schultz decided that she needed to not merely be a dude, but the worst kind of dude.
What?
I find that part the most fascinating, right? She chose to be like a douchey guy.
Yeah, having integrated herself into sports Twitter, she met a variety of like-minded women in the industry whom she immediately began to harass and abuse. Hey, maybe she was getting into character. Quote, I wanted to be a sports writer, she said, but I was young and thought the only way people would notice me is if I was the stereotypical guy. So Schultz had convinced at least 2 women to send her nude photographs, one of whom claims she only did so because Ryan, her alter ego, had threatened to hurt himself if she didn't. After some point, Schultz got so cocky that she started doing podcasts with no voice modification at all, but somehow wasn't found out until she made a misogynistic joke on Twitter. In response, women began speaking out on their abuse of quote-unquote Ryan. Then got together to track down the chucklehead's wife, only to find out she didn't exist. Going further down the rabbit hole, they determined that Ryan's kids were also fictional. Supposed pictures of them were in fact Schultz's niece and nephew, and that the universe, this chick, she hoodwinked a lot of people. From
For a long time.
She's a shit human being. Let's be fair, but let's be honest about that. She is a shit human being.
Finally,
as are any other people who do these things.
Finally, in a twist they surely didn't see coming, Ryan's sexual harassment victims learned that he himself did not exist and was actually now a 21-year-old girl playing pretend. Her scheme and all-around terribleness exposed. Schultz's editors all kicked her to the curb, effectively ending her sports writing career until she invents another one. Like, I never heard about this story.
Did any of those guys, when they found out that it was just this 21-year-old girl, go, nice?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Someone did. She was getting pictures from chicks. Like, so it wasn't, I don't know. Like, maybe she's into that, whatever, but
no, that's pretty nice. She was scoring a bunch of naked lady pictures. Nice.
That's what she was doing.
Nice.
That's what she was doing. But seriously, like, I get it almost more because she did it starting so young, right? Like, I almost understand that one at 13 years old, playing around on the internet, kind of like, I kind of get that one more than some of the others. This one in particular, a Marvel editor moonlights as a Japanese writer, complete with a detailed life story. So, around 2004, Marvel associate C.B. Sapolsky started writing for rival comics company Dark Horse. To be safe, he decided to use a pseudonym as Akira Yoshida. He wrote a couple of titles, which it seems were impressive enough that another Marvel editor saw over him the possibility of writing for the company. So now he's in a bind. So he's working for Marvel. Think about this, right? You're working for the company. You're going to do some side shit with this other company under a different name. But now the company that you work for, you're trying to keep all this on the DL, is now being like, oh, dog, like, we want you to come work for us. You're really good.
Okay. Hire me as this guy.
So Marvel policy forbade editors from getting paid to write their comics. His options were either politely decline the offer without explanation or get caught up in a fake mustache and glasses situation that would almost certainly backfire. That's what he did.
He chose the mustache and glasses. Yay!
Yeah. We'd like to give Cebulski the benefit of the doubt and assume that when he chose the Asian pseudonym, he had no intention of convincing anyone he was an Asian man. That's difficult, though, because his work writing for Marvel focused heavily on Japanese themes, culture, and characters. It's the delight of executives who love having a Japanese writer on the team. In a 2005 interview, he went so far as to retell his childhood in Japan, learning English from TV, movies, and superhero comics. His totally fake childhood that, to be clear, absolutely never happened. After Yoshida became a fairly well-known in comics, someone sprung a leak, and rumors began to fly that Yoshida was really Cebulski. He asked about the rumors in 2000 when he was asked about the rumors in 2006 by journalist Rich Johnson, and flat out denied them, saying that numerous office visits and convention appearances proved Yoshida was real. The photos mysteriously never materialized, but some Marvel execs did confirm they had met Yoshida. Imagine their surprise when Cebulski came up for promotion to editor-in-chief of Marvel. He decided to best come clean before clean came for him. It turns out the person Marvel execs thought was Yoshida was, in truth, a Japanese translator visiting the Marvel offices, which raises so many more potential sitcom stars. So he got his translator to basically be like, yo, say you're me. You're the guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Say you're me.
Say you're me. I like that one. That's a good double life scenario. You've got like a, what do you call it? Like an avatar almost. That's like playing the role of you, but you're like directing him. I like that one. I think
It's also a writer, and he gets to like kind of write his life role that he's doing. It's weird.
But you also get to be directly detached from it. Like, you don't have to honestly respond to anything. Because people don't know that you're this person.
I like this one more, is what I'm trying to say. I think this one's a little more honest in a weird ass way, because you're not, I don't think it's really hurting anybody. Someone else is just playing kind of like a character of you. And I feel like that, to me, would be easier and more fun to do than other forms of double life, right? Like this one seems like you could keep this one going. Like most of them, I feel like you're going to get caught. This one, you could perpetually probably keep going if you did it well enough. Like a good, like, not necessarily doppelganger, but like, again, like avatar scenario. I feel like you could make that one work. Let's see here.
I feel like a lot of the two life scenarios depend heavily on the fact that the two lives are very, very separated from each other, mostly by distance in a lot of occasions, but sometimes just by like occupation. And what really kills me is those guys who run double lives like in the same town, like guys who have families like on like north and south sides of town that just live those lives.
Do you want one more of these stories? I got two. I can let you choose from either. I can let you choose. I can give you the first Vietnamese Time correspondent was also a communist spy. Or I could give you do it 1 second. The female founder of a tickling lead was a shady porn king.
Shady porn king.
Yeah.
Shady porn king. Jane O'Brien was an entrepreneur with a vision to create a competitive sports league in which fit young men could tickle each other's without clothing on camera. Okay.
Wait, men tickling men?
Yep, men tickling men.
On camera.
She had a fetish. So
I like this.
She wanted to make some fetish porn videos, but didn't necessarily tell a lot of people. That's nothing, though. An ambitious lady with a perfectly harmless fetish. O'Brien wouldn't be on this list until she pulled some needless deception, like leading her apparently hilarious naive stars about the nature of the videos, then launching terrifying defamation campaigns against them when they learned they tried to take the videos down. So, after journalist David Ferrier got wind of the situation and contacted the company, he was told they wouldn't help a homosexual journalist because we desperately not do not want a we desperately not want a homosexual participation base applying for the project. Clearly, something was up. Turns out James O'Brien was the pseudonym of David Diamato, a multi-millionaire who fooled hundreds of hopeful professional ticklers into filming thousands of hours of prime masturbatory material. Diamato, a former guidance counselor, had previously served for computer fraud and retaliation against, surprise, a male student he had a thing for, a short time after being exposed in Ferrier's documentary about the story, Tickled. Diamato died at the age of 55. Many people found it suspicious that Jane O'Brien media still appeared to be active after Diamato's death, which spun some particularly bizarre conspiracy theories. But no, he really is dead, and some other guy has just taken over the company. The new owner simply kicked the man's invented female pseudonym, now famous for its subterfuge and harassment. Okay. So there you go. There you go.
Damn.
So yeah, you got that one. That's yeah. There's the thing there. I'll give you.
Did I ever tell you guys?
At one time, you were a spy.
No, but I did
Live a double life.
for about like, I don't know, probably like 3 or 4 months after I got off my first DUI. After I got after I moved back from St. Augustine for the first couple of months, like,
You spoke with a different accent.
no, I introduced myself as Justin for like the first couple months when I came back to Brevard after being in St. Augustine. I tried to like change my image.
Assume a different identity. You didn't want. You were trying to hide from the shame of your DUI and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Some of the DUI was it. Some of it was like I had failed out of leaving town, and when I left town, I was kind of like, "Fuck this shit! Like this town is a shithole. My friends are dying. I'm not gonna fucking stay here.
Right.
Like fuck this shit." And I left. And when I came back,
You
like
came back
I
in
went to
shame.
different
You're
bars.
like,
I went to bars outside of town.
You didn't
Did you have a pseudo last name too?
Did you get that far?
But
you didn't get that far.
I was like, when I got back, like I was fucking this like 20-year-old who I was just like, she knew me as Justin now.
Did you tickle her?
I tickled her insides with my dick.
Oh, wow. That was something that I didn't expect.
It's like really, but yeah, like I was just like, I'm gonna come back to town and like, I gotta be here, but I want to be a different person because like I left town as like a real dickhead.
I was wondering, like, part of like my earlier question kind of falls into this, but it's like, do you think, like, go in there, like, new job, new town, like you're kind of saying, like you're redeveloping your life. Could you get away with being like a wholesome, like devout Christian fella for a year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not say a curse word, like have all the upstanding nature of the,
I could
the giving, the loving,
my motto when I go to places, especially new places,
you could not curse for that long, even just by accident. Because I think I'd curse. I think that's what would give me away. I'd give myself away at some point. I would.
No, here's the thing.
I don't
Name repetition and personality mirroring. Like you just act like
just
the
acting
people
the whole
you're
time
around. And you kind of just learn immediately what's okay, what's not, and you don't say a lot of stuff until you know those things for sure. That's how I've gotten along with every job. That's why I rise so fast, is because I meet the bosses, personality mirroring, and name recognition. You always say the important people's names by name and you imitate how they act. It's all manipulation, guys. Like, I'm a good cook, but a lot of what I do is just I manipulate the people on top of me to know that I'm a good worker.
Do you
You
want to
help
hear?
them remember that you're a good worker.
Do you want to hear one last sort of spy story? Double
You're a
life
spy.
spy story. I'm gonna give you one.
Oh, and is this how you snuck away from that bush you ran into in your Sentra?
Maybe. So when Time magazine hired him in 1969, Pham Duong Ong became the first
Pham Duong Ong?
became the first Vietnamese-born man to work as a staff correspondent for a major American news organization. Fortunately, Ann had a special talent for befriending high-profile American military and media figures, and was even admitted to special off-the-record briefings by the American authorities, a rarity for reporters.
He's a Vietnamese Mike B, goddammit.
Unfortunately, An was also a colonel in the North Vietnamese army. You know, the guys that they were like fighting at the time.
This dude's a fucking champion.
So, this wasn't done solely to pursue his hidden passion for journalism. An gathered information from these top secret meetings and smuggled messages written in invisible ink on egg rolls out to marked spots in the jungle. By war's end,
invisible ink egg roll?
On egg rolls. An had been made a major general of the Vietnamese army. By the war's end, An had been made a major general of the Vietnamese army and was named People's Army Force Hero by the Vietnamese government on January 15, 1976. He was also awarded with confinement to a re-education camp after his supervisors deemed he had spent too long in South Vietnam and was thus corrupted by capitalism. He later described his decision to stay in Saigon while his family left as the stupidest thing I ever did. But after being processed at the camp, he was granted the pension of a retired brigadier general. So if someone asks you if espionage pays, the answer is $30 a month. So no, he didn't end up well. But yeah,
But I bet $30 a month in Korea is like a fair wage.
Well,
and
Saigon,
you don't live awfully.
It wasn't in Korea, it was in fucking Vietnam. But yeah.
Oh, Vietnam. Oh, yeah, but I'm sure like for North and South Vietnam, I'm sure like, okay, well, if you live, you'll live okay. You're not living in squalor.
But how crazy is that he had gotten himself in so deep into the American government that like he was able to be like a news reporter, getting himself in, all while he's a goddamn general, right?
In the North Vietnamese army.
And then when he goes back, it seems like at that point they're just like, no, you spent too long with those American motherfuckers. We've got to put
you're not a communist anymore.
Yeah, you're not a communist anymore. Now we got to like retrain you back into
how to be calm.
How to,
well,
yeah. I think
that's
what
the
they're
literal
doing.
thing
That's
that
what they
every
say.
spy fears is that you go live amongst your
And they go-
enemy for so long
that you become
and
one
then
of
when
them.
and you come back and they're like, oh, well, you're
Yeah.
the enemy now too, so we got to re-educate you.
Nah, I mean, I
And
think
so now you're treated like a fucking third-class citizen because you spent so much time in capitalist America.
I think that's about right.
That's dick, dude.
What do you hear? What do you think about this? We're talking about old people a lot, right? On this show. I don't know.
Mark Hales.
Well, I feel
He's gonna tell us about that.
I feel like there are certain things that my grandparents and what I think of like old people never did or like carried. And I was thinking about it the other day. I don't think either of my grandparents carried what we would call like a backpack ever in their lives. There might have been like a
some satchels
satchels
involved.
but I don't think there was ever once a backpack. Maybe you could. Now, there could have been like in the war, right? Like a hiking sack,
rucksack
knapsack,
or
or rucksack, something like that. or like a hiking thing. I'm not saying that couldn't be possible, but I don't think my grandparents, and I think I would venture to guess to yours as well, never threw a JanSport on their back.
Well, here's the thing. Our grandparents never like did things for fun. Their lives were devoted to
Work, family,
ensuring
eating,
survival.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Because you're what we're talking about is people at like the turn of the century, from like 1800s to the 1900s. Our grandparents' grandparents were probably prime adults at the turn of the century, and that sounds fucking awful, bro.
What year did the backpack become a thing? Like popular?
Probably in the 50s, man.
50s,
Probably.
60s, somewhere in there, when we started like camping recreationally.
I think it's later. No, see, I think it's later. I think we're talking 70s. I think we're talking 70s for a backpack. Because you see the old videos, remember from like Leave It to Beaver, some of those shows, when they carry their books home, they don't got a backpack. They got this weird like belt thing, right? That wraps across. They have this weird like, it's like a little cradle for the books that they put the books in. And then little Johnny holds it over their shoulder. Yeah, it's like that thing. So that predates. Like that's
All right,
that's
I
50s.
have a date for when the backpack
When's
was
the backpack?
originated.
When did the backpack happen?
1908.
Yeah,
in
but
Sweden.
no, it wasn't.
Or no,
though.
Norway.
Not like that.
It was a Norwegian invention.
No, but it wasn't here. Then why were they doing the belt thing in the 50s on the TV shows? Because it wasn't
because
popular.
people were poor and couldn't afford backpacks yet.
Well, when did they become popularized? It's got to be in the 70s, I think. I don't think it like late 60s, early 70s. I think but even still, you go watch a movie like Almost Famous. He's not carrying a backpack. He's got that side satchel thing, right? That's the 70s. So I even think it might be late 70s, early 80s before the backpack becomes a
the
regular
next
thing.
iteration of the backpack doesn't come along until almost the 1940s.
Well, again, that's
and
not
then
what we're
in the
talking about.
50s, it's revised again. So in the 50s is where backpacks really kind of take off.
Yeah, I don't think they were that big in the 50s. Like, okay, I'm trying to think. In Back to the Future, right? He goes back to the future. He was in the 50s, right? Were they wearing backpacks in the malt
there
shopping?
were backpacks in that movie.
Some, but a lot of people were just carrying books under their arms and going to the
I think it was rare. I don't think they were widespread. Backpacks
I
were
think
not.
you were a nerd if you had a backpack.
Oh, maybe. Remember, you were a nerd in middle school if you wore it on both like shoulders. Like
oh, you had to slouch
one
it.
shoulder.
Yeah, you had to slouch one, right? You had to throw one. Which are you, a right leaning one or you're a left? What do you go to?
Right.
Yeah, I'm right. I put it on the right and then I take the left one off. Yeah, that would be mine.
Either or, but I think I go left.
I switched to messenger bag in high school, and
yeah, you were that guy.
Things kind of took off.
Yeah,
I still rock the messenger bag. It's my work bag.
I pioneered messenger bags and rubber chicken ties in high school.
I am a firm believer now in the full backpack. I need a backpack.
I have like a Fest backpack to go to work now.
I have multiple backpacks. The factory gave me actually a backpack. It was one of these Swiss Army backpacks. It's got like all the pockets, all the things.
Are you trying to compete?
I mean, I gotta get a good backpack.
I got a work backpack over here.
I have. Hold on. I have a full-size backpack, an Adidas full-size backpack.
Oh yeah,
I have a mini Fest Vans backpack.
My God.
I have a Fossil messenger bag, and I have several sizes of fanny packs that can also be worn as over-the-shoulder.
Okay,
bags.
I mean, I didn't realize that you were such a bag.
I'm a
fan.
bag man.
You're
baby.
a bag. I didn't realize you were a bagman in that regard. I'm just saying.
Right, Owen.
I got a new
yeah,
bag.
you know how
man.
you always
I got a-
bring out all these
Well, I
like
got a
new
new
titles
bag.
for yourself.
That's a good bag.
I'd like it to be recognized by the show that I
Oh.
am a bagman.
Okay, you're a bagman.
I have
all right.
many bags for all the situations that we need them. I'd like it to also be known that 99 Peaches, delicious, sweet. Everyone, head out to your local liquor store and find a 99 Peaches.
right.
I'm trying to grab a sponsorship.
All right, 99 Peaches it is. We are, on that note, going to take a short break. The time is 10:17, so how about we come back at 10:30 and, give you
Rock
some...
your socks off.
rock
with an
your
Oh
sock-
No 2.0.
Exactly. I feel like we give ourselves a little break. I gotta pee, all those types of things.
I'm gonna come back more hot taco than ever.
Oh my God. It's, I guess a...
Hot taco second half, y'all.
I don't know if that's
Oh,
a
and
good
sound
promise.
the hot taco alarm.
I will. All right. It's there. It's here. We will be back with the second segment of the Ono Radio Show. Like we always call it, Ono 2.0. We're going to take about a 12-13 minute break. We'll be back very soon. If you're watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/ONRS Live. If you are watching over there, don't forget to follow us anywhere you can find podcasts. Just search for Ono Radio Show. We'd love for you to subscribe, follow on, even on our goddamn YouTube. Ono Media over on the YouTube. 407-906-6466. The phone lines will remain open for the second segment or Ono 2.0 of the show. And boys, what do we say when we get out of here to end number one?
I got two fingers. You can fuck them with your dreams.
I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you
inside, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright? I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe.
second segment of the Ono Radio Show. Something we like to call a little bit Oh No 2.0.
Where
Deuce.
things get a little weird.
Yeah, and it's your second dose of Ono for the week.
And this is how weird you can tell things are gonna get people.
Oh boy.
This was a fully.
Oh geez, you're on that 99 pineapples vodka, peaches, 99 peaches vodka. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
boy.
50. It's 50% alcohol.
I wouldn't recommend, if I'm gonna be honest.
If you're a lightweight pussy bitch, I would not recommend it. No.
I had a little responsible glass of whiskey earlier tonight. That was
How little is
well,
responsible for
well,
you?
That's up for discretion amongst one another. But it was a glass.
That means a pint glass, y'all.
It was not a pint glass. I did learn something though over the break.
What
I was
did you
just
learn?
I was just scrolling through my phone. I found this interesting fact, and I wanted to kind of bring it up to kind of open up the second portion of Oh No for the week, a little 2.0, and that the longest recorded time without sleep was set in 1963 when 17-year-old Randy Gardner stayed awake on purpose for 11 straight days.
Good Lord.
That's a long time, man. Do you think he could do 11 days? I don't
No,
think
because
could do that.
I
Yeah.
do believe, if what I know is correct, at a certain point you straight up start to hallucinate
Yeah.
because of the adrenaline. And the adrenaline is like a something your
Only
body
if your
makes.
mind is weak, Mike.
Okay, well, everyone's body makes adrenaline, and when you stay up longer than you're supposed to, this adrenaline builds up in your system, and it can cause you to just straight up keel over. So the fact that you stayed up for 11 days and didn't have like this weird adrenaline overdose is phenomenal.
Wow, this guy looks.
I think I could do it without too
I
much
think
effort.
you would die at day 4, Ty. I love you, and that's why I don't want you to attempt this. But I've stayed up for my longest was 39 hours, and I was literally like starting to go loopy.
I mean, it does happen.
At like a day and a half, I was like starting to like bug out, and I was just like, I got to go to sleep. Like I just can't do. And a lot of it was just caffeine induced. It was just like me, like I'm gonna keep drinking caffeine until I literally can't stay up, and then I started to get kind of like loopy, and I was like,
I mean,
I'm done.
I'd work 18-hour days where you have literally 4 or 5 hours to go home, sleep if you want, come back, start it all over again.
Yeah, I did.
And there's
some of
days
those.
like that
But
where
you're getting at least a few
it didn't
hours
pay
of
to
sleep.
sleep.
Oh,
it
shit.
didn't pay to sleep on days.
Whoopsies.
Hey there.
Whoopsie, sorry.
Days
No.
like that, for real, you would just say, "Fuck it, I'll just stay up," because if I fall asleep, I'm not going to get up. Like regardless.
Yeah, no, there were shifts where literally we would work. I worked a 17-hour shift for Tijuana and had a shift the very next day at Open, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if going to sleep for the like 3 hours I'm going to be able to sleep is actually going to be worth it. I don't know that it would make a difference at this point. Like
Yeah, I was always under the 4-hour rule. Like if I can't get 4, I have to stay up because
You
I'm
have
going to
to
be
just
more.
power.
That's a good rule.
Yeah, I'm going to be more tired. So I was always under that one. Just on this guy though, this thing was all like monitored by like a Stanford study, right?
oh my god, he stayed up like, under monitor. Well, I guess that's the only way you could do that.
Like health monitoring and everything. Ty, don't just mute your mic if you're going to die.
So wait, he
health
was up
effects.
for 11 days.
It has been claimed that Gardner's experiment demonstrated that sleep deprivation has little effect other than the mood changes associated with tiredness. Primarily due to a report by researcher William Dement, who stated that on the 10th day of the experiment, Gardner had been, among other things, able to beat Dement at pinball. So that's interesting. He was still able to beat him
to function
and beat him at a game.
What else was he able to do though? Like that's what I want to know. Like so on your like 8th or 9th day, what are you actually doing all day?
Lieutenant,
because I can't imagine that it's any more than just
it
existing.
says here Lieutenant Commander John J. Ross, who monitored his health, reported serious cognitive and behavioral changes. These included moodiness problems with concentration and short-term memory, paranoia, hallucinations. On the 11th day, when he was asked to subtract 7 repeatedly, starting with 100, he stopped at 65. When asked why he had stopped, he replied that he had forgotten what he was doing. On his final day, Gardner presided over a press conference where he appeared to be in excellent health. Quote, "I wanted to prove that bad things didn't happen if you went without sleep," said Gardner. "I thought I can break that record, and I don't think it would be a negative experience." Jesus. So, yeah, that's something that happened.
Yeah, he was like, I could do that.
I could do that. Why not?
And he was at day 11 of already doing it. He was like, I think I can do that. And he was already doing it.
He lived till he was 77. So, I mean.
But still, man, like, I feel like that takes a tremendous.
That'd fuck you up, right? Like, that's
you would be, I feel like you would be
toll.
messed up for like a month.
I believe so. Yeah.
Afterwards,
he was fine. He took a nap. He felt great. He was.
No, I think like that would be even worse. Like if you woke up from being up for 11 days straight after like a 6-hour nap and like, oh, cool, I'm ready to go. I feel like that's
it was probably like
falsity.
2 hours. He was good.
Took a little.
It's all about willpower. I'm just saying.
It's a willpower thing. Okay. Yeah, because you've been the best throughout your life at willpower, Ty.
When I decide on something, yes, but
oh, when he decides,
I'll tell you, like the classic Ty as a kid story was my parents dropping me off at my grandparents to go up north to our cabin just to be alone and do parent things. And they left me there.
They drop you at the cabin on your own?
No, they dropped me off at my grandparents and went to the cabin.
Okay, gotcha.
So they were out of the country, but when they like checked in, I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't eat anything for it was 3 or 4 days. I don't know how long it was.
That's a long time.
That's weird, Ty.
They tried everything. They tried to give me ice cream. It was everything. I was like, no, fuck you. Where'd my parents go?
You were heartbroken from your parents.
It wasn't. That was like a sheer weird. Like I was 4 and I did that. It's weird.
Guys, speaking of weird things, can I ask you about a weird thing that I've been seeing for, probably the past week?
Sure.
They've been televising a lot of weird sports lately.
Oh yeah.
I mean, specifically, like lately, I've been seeing like the cornhole stuff going on.
Yep.
Apparently, that's popular enough to be televised, as well as the American Dodgeball Championships. They've also been showing off a lot of the dog agility courses lately. And I just got to ask,
it just the dog show? Like
none of this is new, Mike. None of this is new. We've been as ONO Radio Show, probably before you were on, we were talking about some of these crazy sports long ago. And yeah, they pop up from every once in a while. I feel like what you're talking about is the joke ESPN Ocho actually
The Ocho.
The
It
Ocho.
was on the Ocho.
Well, I feel like the Ocho is becoming a real thing. It started as a joke, but they do actually see like
Does it actually exist? Because it was part of a movie first.
Yeah.
No, the dodgeball American Championships were shown on ESPN Ocho.
Correct. So I think they start doing it as like a it was like an April Fool's joke. I think they started it with that, and now
Possibly.
now they are making a lot of those sports, a lot of those games, a lot of that stuff
Ocho content.
and making that thing that was a parody of the future real. And putting them on actual like ESPN 2 or 3 or whatever it is. This is happening. You're getting cornhole on there, right? You're getting I think I've seen horseshoes. I've seen cornhole.
Dude, so they were describing the contestants. They would be like, "Oh, this is blank a blank. He's on the stripes team for America, and he reminds us of a young blah de blah." And I'm like, so wait, you guys have lineage in American dodgeball that you can make callbacks to, like, oh, he looks like this person.
I think it's
fucking ridiculous.
It goes that deep. It's also the I'm gonna be real with you. They should just make it a network. Do it, because I think that you'll get a lot of
support.
I think you'll get a lot of support. I think you'll get a lot of random viewers, because if there's curling on there, if there's random sports from like college lacrosse or random volleyball from like put the
air hockey.
The whole deal with the Savannah Bananas and like baseball teams that are sort of like akin to the Harlem Globetrotters, if you will. That's what the Savannah Bananas kind of are. They're
they are 100% the Globetrotters of baseball right now.
Minor league baseball team doing that, have that filmed and put that on an Ocho. That would be, I think, a tremendous idea for a network. I also think it would be perfect to then even put on like indie pro wrestling on that type of thing, right? You get like
blow up all these little leagues so they have more contributors.
And there's I think that like obviously there's going to be its detractors that say that's not a real sport, that's not real NFL, that's not blah blah blah, that's like, oh come on, whatever. But that's the point, because there's going to be enough people that will watch it and enjoy it for what it is. Much like of course I enjoy professional wrestling for what it is, right? Like I feel like that would belong.
It's an entertainment sport.
Yes, but as long if ESPN had a sports channel almost dedicated to kayfabe in a way, or silly sports, or like
kayfabe in every sport dynamic that there is.
But
you
not
can
even,
kayfabe baseball.
You can, but you don't have to do that. You can do more silly sports, right? Like you can put drone racing.
No,
on
but
there.
100% of Savannah Bananas
the
is
real sport.
Kayfabing baseball. Like you're having fun, but you're still playing the game.
I think you can do a bit of both. I think you can have it be some real sports. I think you can also like eventually you understand that ESPN's gonna have to come out with ESPN, I believe, E. And it's like ESPN esports. That's all drone racing, e-competition, League of Legends, World of Warcraft.
They have
that's
it.
It's going to happen.
No, I see those games on the Ocho. I've seen
Right.
esports
But that would
on
fit.
the Ocho.
That would fit.
It just happens at weird times that we're not watching. So all they have to do is start directing those sports dynamics to the mainstream slots.
It's got. I mean,
and you will see
again,
those
it's got to happen
esports.
at some point. It's got to happen. Like it feels.
You
like
could
that's
you
the
could do
next
Rocket
logical
League.
step.
Rocket League is a game I
huge.
just started playing.
Is it?
and
I've never played it. I've seen people play it, and I know friends that do. It seems a little addictive. Like it seems fun. It looks fun.
people just it's a ranked sports game that's
Yeah.
free and runs on literally any video game system or PC you have.
Do you know
'cause
what it
it's
is,
so-
Ty? You know Rocket League? You know what it is?
No.
It's race cars playing soccer. That's
It's
that's
basically
it.
little race cars playing soccer.
I've played it before. I don't remember what console, but I played
Yeah,
it.
what do you play it on, Mike? You play it on your PC or
I play it on my PC.
Yeah,
And can I tell you guys,
you're pretty good. You're pretty
damn
good.
good at
Yeah,
it.
You are good at those types of games. Like you're good at games in general. I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I played the cousin of it first that just came out recently, which was golf. It was basically like
the
Rocket
same thing,
League
but golf. All right, yeah.
I was fantastic at that,
Just
and
nail-
I'm good at this now.
You got the physics down with the controller and the thing
And the
like,
car control and
Yeah,
the ball and
yeah,
hitting the
that's
ball
what
at
it
just the
is.
right angle in the air, waiting for it to descend just right. I can figure it out very quickly. So I just got to the point where I can start playing ranked matches today before
Oh,
work.
nice.
So I'm going to go to the gym after we finish this and then play Rocket League because I'm off tomorrow.
Nice. You're gonna go to the gym. You're gonna go late night gym, huh?
Oh, yeah, dude. And
Which gym you going to? Which you going to the thing at your
it's my,
apartment complex, or are you
Okay,
going?
so
where are you going?
I didn't get to discuss this with you guys.
No, I was gonna ask.
I have been working out. Yesterday was my 1 week. Like I've been working out for 1 week.
Good job.
From the 2nd to the 8th.
Mhm.
That was 7 days. I worked out 5 days.
That's
I
good.
did
That's
actual
good.
workouts 5
good.
days a week.
Yeah.
80% of my meals were chicken and vegetables. I'm sure my wife hates it because she's not as into this as I am.
Sure.
But I basically, since I control a lot of the food production in the house, all we're eating is basically
Less
chicken,
trash
vegetables, and rice.
Yeah.
Now we're not I'm still putting like some sauces on the chicken. I'm still like seasoning the everything, but I'm using less salt and more
Less
like
butter, less oil, less thing.
Yep.
Like all
of
those things, man. It
I've
matters.
cut
It
soda
matters.
and bread pretty much out of my diet.
Wow.
I just drink water. Now it's flavored water, so I'm not like
Yep.
I'm still taking in something.
Yeah.
And I've incorporated a 12-hour fast. I don't eat from 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. anymore.
Okay. All right.
So I'm doing a lot of stuff,
Big
and I want
steps,
to tell you
though.
guys,
Big steps. Those are
in
huge.
the first week, I have seen results.
How many
Now,
pounds are we looking at here?
I want to. What do you guys think I lost in 1 week of changing my complete diet and working out for at least 30 minutes, 5 days
8
out
pounds.
of the 7 days?
8 pounds is what I was gonna guess.
You're right on my money. Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
gonna
was gonna
say
get-
9, 8.
I was gonna say 6 to 8, but somewhere in that region, 6 to 8 pounds.
Ty, what's your number?
I'll
give
go
me
9
one
just because I
definitive
feel like you're boasty on me, so I'm gonna go 9.
No, but
Well,
even if
Ty
it
got
was
it right on
3,
the
that's
money.
good. Even if it was 3, that's great. So
Ty got it right on the money. I lost 9 pounds.
9 pounds in a
1
week. Just starting this. That's great, man. And that's a lot of water weight. That's a lot of you'll keep it up, dude. You'll be, I mean, obviously the weight loss will slow down because there's a level, but you're getting rid of that excess bullshit, and that's fantastic. Just keep it up, man. Don't be one of these people now that you start the New Year's thing, and then 3 weeks in, you're like, hey, I'm bored.
Nope. Because here's the thing. I promised myself if I get to a month of going somewhere between 4 to 5 days a week,
Yeah.
I would invest in like not a Planet Fitness, not a $10 a month, whatever.
Sure.
Like a real like $20 to $30 a month
Good big boy gym. Yeah.
with like a sauna and a pool.
Yeah.
And I would start like, I want to be going 4 to 5 days a week because I do see the difference in my attitude. I see it in my mental health. I feel it. I have more energy. Like I'm
That's great.
sleeping better.
Yeah, that's great.
I see all these changes and I think I really like it, which leads me to something I said I did want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
People at work don't like me a lot anymore.
Oh, because you're getting too like.
Because what I talk about is me making
trying to better yourself.
Yep.
And yeah, I get that. I have had that when I've been in a bad place in my life with coworkers that are just like so optimistic and trying to like, oh, I'm gonna be doing this and like it is annoying when you hear about the person when you're there at like 8 o'clock and the guy comes in and is like, yeah, I already worked out today. I went to the gym and like. Oh, fuck you. You know, like I do feel a little bit of fuck you to that guy. I do.
And here's what I want to say, man. To those guys that want to the people that are negative about it, man, it takes everything I have to continue to keep doing this. So when I tell you about it because I'm jazzed and people are like, oh, bro, fuck you. Like, you're whatever. I just want you guys to know, and this is no judgment to anyone.
No.
Some of us, it's taking everything we have, and we have to be this positive about it, and we have to be this talkative about it because we have to convince ourselves.
The only way that you're gonna remain motivated is
to
probably
just
what it is,
talk about
right?
it. I have to tell everybody about it to keep myself accountable. And keep everybody who knows about it like, hey, are you still working out? Because that's what it's gonna take for me to continue to keep doing this.
But
so I just want to say,
as long as you're not preachy to your coworkers, I think.
Oh no, good. I just tell them what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's.
I don't care what
fine.
they do. I just tell them what.
I'm
Bro,
still if I'm your coworker, like I'm still gonna be like, oh god, this new Mike.
God, Mike B's here. He's been fucking. This new Mike,
I wish Mike B was the old Mike B. It was way cooler. Like
he was drinking. He was guys. Can I tell you though? The boringest part of working out is the like 20 to 30-minute walk I do at the beginning to get my heart rate up. That's why I get super high before I go to work out.
That's good.
So that I can just fucking cruise through.
Just walk along a treadmill
30-minute
walk. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm so stoned it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just go for
and
a
then
little stroll.
Stoned weightlifting is weird because you're like, bro, this is weird. I don't care about this, but like I want to keep lifting and doing more.
I do like getting some lifting in. It's funny you're doing all this new shit in your life in the new year, but so kind of am I. It's one of the reasons that our podcast has been very sporadic at strange times and strange parts of the week, but I'm getting trained on some different shows that are more nighttime shows, right, over at the factory. And all I'm going to say is I was able to weasel myself in because of something that I got trained in years and years and years ago. Like we're talking a decade ago. So because of that, I'm able to train in a different position. And I'm going to be shooting some lasers, boys. I'm going to be shooting shooting some yeah. You see
laser
them,
sharks?
Yeah, I'm going to be shooting some high-powered lasers all over Orlando. I'm just going to be shooting some lasers.
Owen told me that these lasers were powerful enough to light a cigarette.
I've lit a cigarette off one of these lasers way back in the day.
Motherfuckers lighting laser cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Yeah.
That's how cool the Oh No radio show.
Yeah.
Laser
cigarette Owen is what what you need to call me. So
yeah.
Also, speaking of like cigarettes and stuff, I noticed the other day at work, because I'm a smoker. I like to hop into the smoking sections with the plebes, right? I don't always break the rules and go into places where I shouldn't be smoking and smoke. I go and smoke where I'm supposed to smoke, but sometimes I
He
do that
joins
part.
the common
Yeah.
folks to smoke.
I live with the common people. One of them, and I roll in there, and I noticed that my oh my, have they like made it like we got like a big network of Wi-Fi all around the place, right? It's like you can get Wi-Fi anywhere, backstage or
Not in the smoking area.
but not in the smoking area. They I feel like they have disabled.
They've geofenced.
They have
it.
geofenced the area for us smokers that we can't get the Wi-Fi all up in that smoking area. Do you think I'm
They
crazy?
don't want you to sit there and smoke and sit on your phone,
Well,
dickhead.
I feel like that they should, and they should. I feel that's discrimination, and
It's not discrimination because smoking is a choice.
Well,
That's why it's not discrimination.
Well, I feel like I should be able to get Wi-Fi in the smoking area. And
Yeah, they just passed new rules about not feeling excluded.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's because of his race. They're not excluding Owen from the Wi-Fi because he's Caucasian.
They're excluding us because we're smokers. That counts.
Exactly. I feel
is a
excluded.
choice.
Thank you, Ty.
Yeah.
Ty. Thank you, Ty. I also
You talk to HR.
I have also seen some malicious looks. If I'm being quite frank.
Owen, I'm going to tell you, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so this fight is not my fight.
You don't smoke cigarettes until you come over to me and my place and bum them off
and
me
I
and
want
take
one cigarette.
Oh yeah. No, I don't smoke cigarettes until someone else has them and I can take them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so fun to smoke.
No, what you mean to say is you don't buy cigarettes anymore.
You're right. I don't.
You fucking jabron. You know what that? I think it's time for.
Oh, it's time to bring forth the
Clips. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
Yeah, clips is the time of the show that I told you before. We're gonna take a little less time than we used to do this year on clips. We're always gonna have a few for you, but we're kind of consolidating. Is that the term?
Yeah, Owen.
Yeah, bud.
Did you like my Fealties clips introduction?
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you remember the little hunchback from 300?
No.
There was a hunchback in 300. And he
Oh,
had a
that
very
guy. Oh, yeah,
distinct
that
voice.
guy. The weirdo. Yeah. Him.
Yeah, him. That
What'd he
was
say?
my Fealties.
Oh, see, you did
clips
that.
opening.
And didn't catch it at all. My bad.
Bring forth the clips.
Oh, that. Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was more fair.
No, didn't get it at all. It's fine though. We'll move on to the few clips that we have for this week. I'm gonna start this one.
These are rare clips.
Well, here's the deal. I got a few from Tom, but there was one that I felt the need to pull and talk about because I was so angry about it. Like, this has been going around on social media as like, oh, everybody needs this new awesome appliance and what have you.
Is it a blend jet?
It's not. It's something. It's called the Dishmaster. It's a dishwashing appliance for the home. And I looked it up.
Dishmaster.
All right, it sounds great.
I need one.
Yeah, but I
usually need most master products, so I'm really kind of intrigued.
Okay, look up the price of a Dishmaster. I forgot what it was when I looked it up, but Dishmaster.
$12,000.
It's like $2,000 or something. It was way too much for what it is.
Hardware is included for both.
So this is the Dishmaster here.
It's a sink.
Cold knobs.
No, look above the sink, right?
Oh,
you see above the sink? He's
I
got
got
this
a price
thing
right now. I got an average price for a Dishmaster.
What's
right
it at? What's it at?
You're looking at somewhere between $380 and $420.
It's still too much. I think it's like It's still too much.
functions as a cleaning brush for your dishes.
So it's basically a thing that attaches to your sink.
Okay, but a cleaning brush is already way worth it.
Press the red button,
and then it swirls it. It's like a toothbrush, like an electric toothbrush for your.
It would help so many lazy fucks if they had this.
I mean, it's not.
Turn off the water.
Okay, so I thought the ones I was looking at, it was like 1,200. You're saying you can get this thing for like 300, 400, 500, 600, 400? Like,
I'm looking at one on Amazon right now for $370.
Okay, it's a little pricey.
You would just have to install it.
If this was $200, I'm in all day. I don't know what my like top price is. $370 I can see for this model. But that's like the top of the range, man. Like I think this should be a $350.
Bro, I got a website right here that I can get you for I can get you a Dishmaster for $302.
Okay.
US.
Okay. I think they make like way more expensive ones than that I was looking at. I was looking at the wrong thing, but what do you think, Ty? $350 for this? $350 for this? Is this a good purchase?
Dishmaster faucet M76 Imperial 4 for $303 right here. I can order you one right now, Owen. I'll put it on my credit card.
I'm not impressed by this. It just looks like a sink.
Yeah,
with
see,
I
wanted
hose.
it.
Most sinks come with a hose.
See,
Do you
I
have a
thought
hose?
Not with that. No, not like this.
brush.
Has a pressure control system so that you get adequate pressure through the brush hose.
What's the blue shit on top?
nozzle.
What's that about? What's that?
That's all that houses like the pressure control valve so that you get adequate pressure the whole time.
But I also thought that the brush was a spinny brush. I ain't seen that brush spin yet.
It's
want
not
that.
spinny. What it
Well,
is, it
no,
has
for
water
that
coming
money-
through the brush bristles.
No. For that money, I want a spinny brush. Ty,
The
yes?
spinny bruch bristle is
Spinny
going to
brush.
cost you
Spinny brush.
$500.
Yeah,
Spinny brush.
spinny brush.
Ow.
Sorry.
You had
I
to
didn't-
beep spinny brush?
I meant.
Was that a hard cut? Are you cutting the take?
spinny
Oh,
brush
cut
or
into
not?
Drake horn.
Yeah, I needed my Drake.
I do feel like it would be better with a spinny
It
brush,
needs
but I
a
feel like
spinny
a
brush.
spinny brush for a consumer grade spinny brush, you're gonna spend $500 and not $303.
Fair. Moving on a little bit, we need to check out Nicholas Bravo this week. We need to check that guy out because Nicholas Bravo is a he's an up and coming actor, right? And I wish
Is he cousin to Johnny Bravo?
Well, here's the deal. I wish the listening audience could see what we're gonna play, but I feel like the listening audience will get enough of an appreciation of Nicholas Bravo's acting work from his super awesome like acting reel here to get like the gist of the real Nicholas Bravo. So this is
Enough about me.
This is acting reel. Check it out. I think it's one of the. It's
Do you
quality.
think you can move from the west side to the east side and pedal your crack on a different
Enough
playground?
about me. Let's talk about
And we're not
me,
going to notice.
Nicholas Bravo.
You must
think I
think
know
this
that
is a
guy.
big city.
So how would you describe him? Right there. I mean, how would
He
you?
looks like he wants to be a Chickless, like a Don Chickless. He looks like he wants to be
maybe a Jason Statham. I think like maybe he's
oh,
got
like
a little
fat Statham.
Yeah,
he's too thick to be a Statham.
Listen to him though. I would like you to listen to what he
wants
says.
to be no. You know who he wants to be? He wants to be a Diesel.
Maybe.
A Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
baby.
he's got diesel qualities. Check him out.
West side to the east side and pedal your crack on a different playground.
Tough
And we're not
cop.
going to notice. You must think this is a big city, Paco. Or whatever you're calling
Paco.
yourself these days. You
Sounds-
see, us cops, we talk to each
Yeah.
other.
Us cops, we talk to each other.
His
sa-
voice
no,
is crazy.
no offense. He sounds like stereotypical gay.
He does. He does.
He's got a lisp
Hands
or like
behind
a
your back.
slobber problem.
I know this is going to sound crazy,
It already does, brother. It already does.
Look at him. Just look at him.
It's a pretty
But
good
I think
screenshot.
Julie is trying to kill me. Hey, let me hide at your beach house. She doesn't know you. I'll be safe there. I thought it was weird when she approached me at the cafe like we were long lost friends. But now it's
Hold on.
getting-
Wait, Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Is this guy pioneering the deaf community for actors?
I was gonna ask this. Is he deaf? Is that what's
He
going
sounds
on?
like he's either deaf or
Yeah.
slow in some fashion.
I don't know. I haven't looked him up. What's his name? Fucking Nicholas Bravo. You can look him up, see if there's
That's
anything.
certainly a fake name. Good Lord, that's a fake name.
I mean, it's a pretty good fake name.
really scary. Mrs. O'Connor, I assure you, you have a valid case.
Okay, he does have. You're right. You're right. Look on his right ear, on the left side of his
hearing.
head.
He's
deaf.
deaf.
Hearing impaired. Yeah, he's a hearing impaired. He's got to be a hearing impaired actor. He's got a thingy, right? Like, yeah.
He was deaf for a period and learned how to read and
I didn't
speak.
get it.
Like after he lost his hearing.
I didn't
Because
get
no
it.
one has ever tried to sue someone for calling their dog a bitch doesn't mean you won't win.
He's a really good actor, then.
In fact,
am-
you could
yeah.
be setting a new precedent. The world would thank you for it. There's this
Jesus.
feeling of euphoria that only comes from having complete control.
Okay, this is good shit.
That's
Like, right here.
awful.
Like,
That's-
this is good.
He's losing.
Yeah.
He's believing his own bullshit.
Oh,
a
I
little
like
too
this.
much
This
here.
is good right here. He's playing. He's a villain clearly. And oh my god,
He's
dude.
an evil deaf
That's
guy.
the
How
feeling.
bad is that guy?
evil deaf guy.
Of euphoria that only comes from having complete control.
He sounds like goddamn.
There's a feeling of euphoria
No, you
that
know what?
only comes from
Ty.
complete control.
Ty, tell me he does not sound a little bit like Riff Raff from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Complete
Yeah, a
control.
little.
Like
A
there's
little.
there's a little. There's a little.
From complete control.
Yeah.
Over another being.
We need to do a version of
Yeah.
let's do the time warp, but
He's a deaf
we should
actor.
we should do the time warp, but as deaf people.
Let's do
The
the
time
time warp
warp
again.
Everybody know.
And we'd all be off step because none of us know the actual timing for
It's just
it.
the dump to a deaf. Step to the bar.
And that did no,
Put your
that
hand
was
on your hip.
retarded and not
I did
yeah.
eat it tight. It's about a good.
good. The judges say,
Day
let's
to
do
the
the
time
time
warp
warp
again.
We're
I
all
love
going
to
to hell.
watch them struggle, beg, cry for mercy.
You can't say
I don't
struggle.
even know what
You
I'm going
can't
to
be
do
a villain and
next.
say struggle.
I let their
Struggle.
bodies speak to me, their deepest fears. It's truly amazing.
You can't say struggle
Yeah, you
as a
can't.
villain.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. But okay, good on this guy for giving it a really quality shot there. Whew. Remember Neil Breen, Ty?
I know Neil Breen.
Okay, you remember Neil Breen?
I do.
Yeah, okay, Neil Breen. We've shown, look up some of the Neil Breen properties that we've shown on this show before. He's got a new movie though coming out. It's his first actual short. Like it's like a real deal.
Oh, I remember Neil Breen.
Yeah, which was
no.
remind us, Mike. Remind us some of the things he's done. Like what were some of the
Hold
things
on.
you've seen?
I'm bringing
So
up the Wikipedia.
Yeah. I know we've played Neil Green a bunch of times on the show.
Fateful Findings
Which one
is
was
Neil
that?
Breen as a hacker imbued with supernatural powers by a magical stone he found.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
so he's got a lot-
Now, he also was in Double Down, where he plays a rogue government super agent.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He's always like he's funding his own movie projects that aren't very good. That's kind of the.
In Pass Through, he played a godlike messianic figure.
Oh, okay. This is Cade. Cade?
The Tortured Crossing.
Yeah, Cade. Neil Breen.
Sade.
Is it? I don't know.
think
All right.
together we can make a success of this project.
Oh.
You remember this guy, Ty, right?
Yeah.
You remember this guy?
yeah.
He loves to use his green screen, technology. He's
I was
clearly
waiting
got
for him
money.
to show up.
Yeah. And he always has to be like the hero of the film.
Our heroes. We will never let them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it.
This youth trafficking is disgusting.
I mean, the Getty Images backgrounds are awesome.
Why does everything look like an awful green screen?
Because it is an
It
awful
is, yeah.
green screen.
We had 2 more last night.
I just want to know the guys that he's bringing around his house and like, oh, don't worry.
That would be somebody like me. I
Yeah.
would be like, all right.
Here we go. Have you guys? Okay, what's the story for you guys? I don't know if I know the story. Can you guys help me with the story that's
These
going
cops
on?
have to go to a mental hospital.
I don't know. There's a cop and there's cops.
I will say the green screen effects have gotten better in his films.
They're good now. Look at 'em.
All right. Pretty sweet architecture for the crazy house.
Yeah, pretty crazy right here. I mean,
Excellent green screen work.
great green screen work. Oh, fuck
Yeah,
that!
fuck
Fuck
that
that
wheelchair.
wheelchair.
Fuck that
Doing the best
wheelchair.
we can. We're trying. We're trying.
Oh, a nurse is saying that they're trying
We're
at this mental
trying.
hospital. Well, it doesn't look like you are because there's nothing going
No.
on here. And now, what was his name? I don't know. Neil Breen. He's fucking not impressed with their trying.
That's not good enough.
Yeah, I agree. This chick's dead or not. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Why were you just laying on the floor? Uh-oh.
That was some awesome props.
That's why it isn't good enough. They're all sleeping in one room.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They're also paying $4,000 a month for this.
Uh-oh. This guy
We're gonna make you better.
This doctor here looks really shady, and he's...
I want
Yeah,
to
check
see where
this
my
shit out.
money's been going.
Please.
Just slice this titty.
I know we want to watch it, but this is this is terrible for all the podcast.
It's awful.
They don't get a
No,
single
because
thing
now
out
they've
of it.
swithed to a girl who's clearly in front of a green screen.
Oh,
It's all
in a
bad
pillow
green
room.
screen.
It's a
That's
lot
what's
of-
great about it.
All right, here we go with this guy. There's Neil. There's Neil. He's back here.
Oh, Devil Brain?
Yeah, Neil Breen, Devil Breen. He hops in. I don't know.
Man.
Again, I don't really.
These movies are the shit though. Like
He
it's-
becomes the
it's
president?
So bad, it's great.
He becomes the president. Look, I think.
No,
that's
this
it.
is when bad movies have a great budget.
Wherever there's a fight, we will be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Neil
will
Breen
never
will.
There's a bit of Neil. I mean, Neil is a quality actor, so you know.
I believe in Neil.
I believe Neil is more of a quality producer. I would rather
Yeah.
see him in a more producer role.
I feel you. Let's check this one out just to switch gears a little bit. $1,000 pizza, guys. A caviar $1,000 pizza.
This is the $1,000 pizza. It's worth every penny. It's delicious, beautiful, looks great, and tastes even better.
Would you buy that pizza, guys?
No.
I mean,
no.
It looks shit, doesn't it? It doesn't look like
No,
a
there's
good
no pizza worth $1,000. I don't care. It's
caviar pizza right
impossible.
there.
No, it's not a real thing.
Do you like caviar?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I've had
I
it
kinda
twice.
do.
I don't like it. It's gross. I think it's too salty and just fishy, and I don't like it.
I don't want to pay $1,000 for that pizza, but I will eat it.
I mean, I'm not saying
I would
wouldn't
eat it.
Yeah,
but
I'm not
I
buying
wouldn't
it.
pay $1,000
No,
for it.
no,
Never.
No.
Tastes even better. We are right now at Nino's Bellissima Pizza, where is this $1,000 pizza born.
What's that cream?
It's a very
Tell me what that is.
12-inch thin crust pie. You see it, and then we put the creme fraiche. Then we put
It's a creme fraiche.
Creme
four different
fraiche.
caviars with the chives divided.
Creme
we
fraiche.
Oh,
decorated
yeah.
with the-
Creme fraiche. Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, fucking get that creme fraiche.
God damn it! I went back to Dishmaster. Sorry. But yeah,
It's
no,
not worth it.
It's creme
Why'd you
fraiche.
pause it, man?
It's creme fraiche and fucking caviar. I mean, it doesn't look that good, right?
It looks kind of good so far.
You'd eat that. I mean, I would try it. Most of the price tag comes in the hefty serving of caviar, which itself costs $820. So the $1,000 pizza, $820 of that is the caviar.
And I don't care for caviar. So
I don't
this
either.
pizza is like officially like,
Oh, that
I'm
looks
paying
disgusting.
literally for the novelty.
Ooh.
That looks disgusting. It looks like that caviar looks like goddamn jelly beans and shit. I ain't green and red and black. I ain't eating that. Nah.
It's probably good.
No.
The cost, it's right from the top. It's used to be $720. Yesterday we checked the price. It's $820. Went up. So it's my profit margin is shrinking.
Oh, it's always been the $1,000, but yeah.
If you spend $1,000 on a pizza of caviar pizza for yourself, I would lose respect for you.
Yeah. Is she really? She's eating this.
I'm sure it's sponsored, so she doesn't pay for it. But like, it's retarded.
I feel like I'd be. I don't know. That shit makes me. I don't know. I feel sick looking at that. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't.
That's why I
eat it.
broke social convention to call it the
no,
R word because
no.
literally, like, there's not a reason to pay $1,000 for this.
Last clip. All right. I didn't know this thing existed. And I feel like we
Come on
all need
over.
to explore a little bit of this because there was a show back in the day based out of New York called Stairway to Stardom. And Stairway to Stardom was like your original American Idol, if you will, right? Like it was Brooklyn's own talent show. And you can just see right here the quality of entertainment that you're going to get.
I guess you and the girls have been wondering why I've got me this new hairdo and new clothes.
Oh.
So, yeah, but this is from New
We
York.
haven't.
Well, you see, Libby, I'm going to become a big movie star.
Yeah.
You remember that guy, Alfie, that we met in the pub?
Huh?
Well, he's been managing me now. And next week, we're going to go to London to make a demo. What's a demo? Oh, a demo's a recording, Libby, of my singing voice.
She's talking shit. She's talking mad shit. She's like, Libby, you don't know what a demo is. You ever heard of what a demo is?
She's
I'm gonna
recording
go,
a wrestling promo.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
go to London, Libby, because you suck. You were a bitch, and I'm on this show, and I'm gonna go to London and be
And
a
I've got
goddamn
talent.
And I've got the talent. I'm fucking doing it.
What do you mean I can't sing? I sing like a canary. Oh, no, Libby. I don't sing like that anymore. No, Alfie's pulled the voice right
Good or
out of
bad
me.
singing voice. Good or
Okay,
bad.
now, Libby, go on over to the recorder and put on the recording by the Manhattan Transfer call operator.
Beep,
All
beep,
right,
beep,
and then you're going to
beep,
see
beep,
how
beep,
I'm going to sing the
operator.
demo, Livy.
This is her saying, fuck you. I got the best voice. I know what's up. You play, she's like, yo, you in the corner, play this tape, crank it so I can sing along with it, and we'll see if I got a good voice or not.
Gonna be a banger.
Information.
Yeah.
Give me long
Ooh, fuck.
distance. Long distance.
I'm getting a little bit of a chub here.
Uh-huh.
Give
Yeah.
me 1, 2, 3. Oh, operator. Information. Give me Jesus on the line.
Oh, she's a ginger and she
Operator.
wants Jesus.
This is good.
Information. I'd like to speak to a friend of mine. Prayer is the number. Faith is the exchange. Heaven is the street. Jesus is his name. Operator. Information. Please give me Jesus on the line.
I mean, it is probably the greatest thing that we've ever played on clips. Look, the
How
side.
much? I bet she did a lot of drugs before this happened.
She looks stoned as fuck, dude.
Wait, if I just call the operator and ask for Jesus, will I get through?
Operator.
I mean, she tells you you can get right through. You just gotta call them, dial. I don't know, what do you dial?
Ask for Jesus.
I don't know, but I do feel like she is
Operator.
a gem.
Information. Tell me why. Why, operator? Information. Don't try to tell me what number to call. My mother used this
Wait,
number
don't try?
when I was very small, and every time she dialed it, she always got a call. Operator.
Operator.
Please,
Information.
give me Jesus on the line.
Give me
Now, brothers and sisters,
Oh.
you sitting in the TV
Cutting
line,
another promo.
I want you to take the hand of the person that's sitting
I like-
next to you and hold
Oh,
it.
I like a good
I
wrestling
want you to
promo.
feel that message of faith and hope. And when you do, I want you to snap your fingers.
Uh-huh.
Even the people in the studio, I want you to snap your fingers. And I
What?
want you to stamp your feet a little bit. All right, now you've got that message.
What?
All right. All right. Okay, I'm feeling it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah. Operator.
Oh yeah.
Information.
Oh, and I want you to do that
Hurry.
as you walk into a ring.
If you can, operator.
That same line.
Information.
What?
Please connect me with a man. Don't worry about the money. I will pay the cost. Give me another line. I'm calling from the heart. Operator. Information. Give me Jesus on the line.
I mean, come on. That had to have been played here on clips. It was worth it.
It's a pretty good banger.
It's
Yeah.
a banger. It's a banger.
That got played country round, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. But that was glib.
Clips. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips.
What do you think about that clips? I think that was a good clips. There was a lot of there was a lot going on. But that was some goddamn clips, my friend.
I think that last lady could have legit been a wrestling promoter.
She looks like Sherry Mantel, if you ask me, a little bit.
I can see it.
It's not a bad look. It's not a bad look. Let's talk about a couple things. Celsius versus Fahrenheit. A lot of the Europeans, they're gonna be like Celsius, way better. No, even though I'm a European, guy, I'm technically European. I'm a firm believer that Fahrenheit is the better temperature measurement system.
Really, Owen? Do you?
Why?
What temperature at Fahrenheit does water freeze?
32.
And what degree Fahrenheit does it
0.
boil?
Oil is like 211 or something like that.
Yeah, I always forget that one,
Wrong.
honestly. I
Two
do.
hundred
Okay,
13.
good.
Yeah.
Owen, at what
100
temperature is-
0. I get your point.
Oh, crazy.
All right.
It's crazy that the imperial systems of both are magically the metric
Yeah.
systems of both are magically fucking easier
Okay.
than both of our imperial systems.
The problem with Fahrenheit Celsius is that Celsius is really shitty when you get to lower temperatures. So, or like,
How?
okay, so like the difference between 2 and 3 degrees Celsius is massive. That's like a 14, 15 degree, like, or maybe not that much, but like it could be like a 7, 8 degree difference. So like 2 and 3 like is bullshit, right? And it's hard to read.
Really? So at 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, couldn't you say like, hey, it's fucking cold outside.
Sure.
Don't fucking go out.
But that's my point, is it like Fahrenheit is more specific to an exact degree temperature than Celsius is.
Fair
And
point.
that is what I
It's
say.
still exact. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
If shit freezes at 32 degrees, right? And the related corresponding degree for Celsius is 0. 1 degree is 1 degree, man. Like it goes down to 31, it's -1, right? It's an exact.
You hear this
thing.
clap? You hear this clap? Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit.
Celsius is 3 syllables too, motherfucker.
No, man. I'm cult of Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. You're the cult of Celsius.
I'm
I
not
guess.
like I
Yeah.
don't know. Fahrenheit's fine. I'm not anti Fahrenheit, but
I think
Celsius
you are.
makes more sense.
No, I
I
feel like
am anti-Fahrenheit because again, we work in this weird system where we're different only for the sake of being different. Because honestly, the base 10 system is a much better system for education in almost every sense.
I mean, that part is 100% true. I'm just saying that Fahrenheit, I mean, I like it more.
Because you live with it, dickhead.
Okay.
Of course you like it more.
Well, that's just the.
Oh my god.
That's just the facts. Okay. Okay. That's the facts. That's things.
Guys, can I say something?
What?
The moment I try to start being healthy, they have released 2 commercials now. Pretzels.com and licorice.com. And both of those are like 2 of my favorite fucking snacks. And licorice.com has over 500 fucking flavors, and they will give me as much or as little as I want of any of those flavors on demand.
That can't even be a thing. Licorice.
Oh, and have you gotten the advertisements for this before? Because I've actually gotten pretzels.com before.
I went to licorice.com and priced out $80 worth of pretzels because they were getting me a $20 discount.
I don't remember. I don't think what I ordered was nearly that much money, but I did get like a little 4-pack of pretzel sampler. It was pretty good.
I want to get the licorice sampler, but it's all sweets, and it's gonna ruin my diet. And this is the only time I've ever decided in my life
Go
to
pretzel
try
then.
and
Do the
get-
pretzel.
No, it's the only time I've ever decided to get healthy. And right as I'm trying to get healthy, they're like, "Hey guys, licorice.com, come get some. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Now I get the cheese ones. I get the fancy gourmet cheeses. I get I get that one, and I get like meat box. Like someone trying
I
to
get a
sell
bunch of different boxes.
Yeah, I get like a meat box one. That's usually a thing. But no, I never get.
I got an Omaha steak box for Christmas once. That was actually really fucking. I was happy with it.
Yeah, okay. I'm not an Omaha steak guy. Gonna be real with you. I don't.
I'm not, but it was free and it just came to my house. So I was like, I guess I will deal with all this free meat that showed up to my house.
Sure. Yeah. I get that. I get that. You know what I think I think we need to do to round out the evening, because it's been a fun one. It's definitely been a great evening of Ono Radio Show and Ono 2.0.
Oh, and how do you want to round out the evening?
Well, I want to round it out with something that's like, man, well, see, the people may or may not get this one.
Game show, titty game show, titty game show.
It might have some game show tendencies, but we're keeping it classy.
I want it to have titty tendencies, Owen.
It's not got titty tendencies this week. But what we're gonna do, instead of playing your usual dope animal, what we're actually gonna do is play a little bit of dope kitchen appliance. Ladies and gentlemen, dope kitchen appliance.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna think about it, and the game will play as it always does, except this week I am proposing there is a one mulligan rule, meaning that if you fail, that was the mulligan. You can start again, but that's your last shot. Understood, everyone?
So wait, if you propose a crummy appliance, you get a redo?
It's one redo, and that's that. And that's that. Everyone gets one, but that's that. One redo. Mulligan.
I'm in.
All right. Who is...
You guys realize, like, I worked in kitchens, like, my entire life.
Start it off, Mikey. Dope kitchen household kitchen appliance.
All right. You know, we're going to take it easy. I want to say one of the funnest appliances that exists in every kitchen is your atypical kitchen toaster. Very dope. Lots of functions. That's a dope appliance.
Necessity, one would say.
Yep. Tyler?
Yeah.
Beat a toaster.
This is what I would call Price is Writing this. And I feel like maybe this nomination doesn't get the love that it deserves, but I still feel like you might agree with me when I say a toaster oven on top of a toaster is a doper appliance, a more dope appliance.
He is playing the game right now.
I
agree.
I vote that no. The toaster, the standalone toaster,
is better than the toaster oven.
I do.
You can do more things with the toaster oven.
All right, not my call, because I'll give you the better version of the toaster oven, and that's the jumping right to it. The air fryer.
I thought somebody would save
That's
that for
fair.
later.
Beat
but
the air
all right.
fryer.
fair.
Beat the air fryer.
I mean, the air fryer is definitely a doper fucking toaster oven.
You know, I want to say, you put me in a hard spot, Owen, because the air fryer has become like the new hot boy
Mm-hmm.
for homemade appliances.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think there is a slightly doper appliance,
Let me hear it.
and that is with the air fryer can do a lot, but you know what it can't do, Owen? It can't blend nothing, and that's where the immersion stick blender
Okay.
comes right on in
I
and
am.
solves so many problems, my brother.
I do have one.
Look at how
I use it to make
look at how,
soups. I use it to make soups.
look at how it comes in on it. Oh, it's
But
in the middle of your
no.
soups blend. Ty, what do you think?
No,
Air
no way.
fryer?
No way. Air fryer beats immersion blender. Immersion.
Yeah, it's a tough call, man.
No, it does. Immersion
see the
blender
appeal,
is great.
but-
It's great, but it's not as versatile as an air fryer, and you can't argue that, man. There's only so many things you can do with it.
I think we got to leave it up to Ty, Owen.
Well, I'm right.
Ty, what do you
I
think?
know I'm right.
Is it a viable?
I see the argument, but I'll side with Owen on this one.
Yes.
I'll stick with
Alright.
an air. I can't help it.
Hold on, guys,
Uh-huh.
because I'm gonna call my mulligan
Oh,
because
fuck,
I
he's
goofed.
mulliganing already?
Here it is.
Because it was my call. I realized that the immersion blender wasn't enough
Okay.
because the air fryer is great.
Mm.
It can do so much.
Mhm.
But guess what? It does all those things kind of okay. And what it can really only be a half-ass oven. You got to coat everything in oil. Guys, I think we are forgetting a tried and true household appliance that was only good for one thing.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
And I'm talking the countertop quesadilla maker.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, quesadilla maker versus air fryer is tough. And
The air fryer can do a lot, but the air fryer can't make no fucking quesadilla.
so that was your mulligan, so Ty has to decide again.
Fuck.
It has
Ty,
to
the
be
air
you.
fryer, I know the air fryer can do a lot,
Air fryer
but it cannot
versus-
make you a delicious quesadilla.
And then you have to put yours in, Ty. So
I,
it's a lot of things going
oh.
on for you.
Remember, can you beat air fryer? I don't know. Can you beat quesadilla maker? That's a
You're trying to
that's a
sell.
real chance.
So I have the ultimate, like, if anybody fucks with me on this, I have the winner.
He doesn't, Ty.
I do. I do.
You can hear him.
No
He's
ma-
already slurring.
No, I am.
he's a
I'm
little
drunk as fuck. Yeah, I'm drunk as fuck. But I got the winner. I got the winner
Don't
on this.
believe him, Ty.
I got it. I got it.
He can't beat you. He won't beat you. You can be the winner here.
No, I got it.
If
We're
you
gonna
just-
spiral out. We're gonna spiral out, and I'll take the quesadilla maker only to challenge the quesadilla maker.
Woo!
And I'm gonna go straight to waffle iron.
Oh,
That's my spice on top.
okay. I gotta give it. I
No.
love a waffle.
Okay.
Waffle iron.
all of these decisions are completely wrong. That you're choosing waffle irons over air fryers. That's fine.
Oh, and I just want to see.
Do you know what?
I really like a waffle iron, Owen.
You
I
could make
wanna
a quesadilla in a waffle iron.
Okay.
You can make a quesadilla in a waffle iron, so
you
I
guys
really
are
appreciate waffle
retarded.
iron.
Oh my god. I'm gonna call the winner. I'm gonna call it.
Waffle iron, baby.
No.
No, here comes Owen with trying to beat Waffle Maker now.
I'm beating
just say I
Waffle
win
Maker.
already.
It's the George Foreman motherfucking grill.
Oh my! Oh,
That is the goddamn winner. And fuck all y'alls if you say anything different because I'm right.
Now,
I'm
on.
right. George
I'm
Foreman.
gonna die on my waffle maker hill.
No.
Hold
Foreman.
on. Owen, what I will
I'm
say
right.
is a George Foreman grill.
It's a quality of that. Come on, dude.
It fell on my hand one time because it didn't stay propped open.
Well, that's
all
your
broke.
fault. That's your fault.
No, that's a Foreman fault.
No, that was not a Foreman fault. Name of the show.
And it
by the way.
almost grilled my hand thoroughly from both sides.
But I
if
feel
I'm
like
being
you might have.
honest.
I feel like you might have made a mistake there. You know.
A waffle iron has never once bit me.
A Foreman fault. It might have been your fault. A Foreman fault. I don't know.
Waffle maker.
Dude, come on.
Waffle maker.
You gotta go with George Foreman over a generic waffle maker like this motherfucker.
You
No,
could put a
come on.
burger in a
George
waffle maker
Foreman
and make
grill.
a good burger.
No.
I've seen them put hash browns in a waffle maker.
Yeah, dog.
And
Some
make
egg.
hash brown waffles.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd fuck
dog.
with that. How do I do that? I've never seen that. That's actually
You just spray it down with Pam, bro, and then
and
you
you
put
throw the frozen waffle fucking or the frozen hash brown shit in there. You can do that,
bro.
Okay,
Yeah, bro.
but no, man. Like
I'm
George
waffle.
Foreman.
I'm team waffle maker.
You guys are traitors. You're awful people. All right.
No,
Somehow
bro,
I
we started
win. I
talking
won't.
about that hash brown waffle. And
All
I
right.
was
So
like,
you gotta. All right. So you gotta beat the waffle iron then, Mike. Because I got a mulligan left. I got a mulligan left, and so's Ty. You ain't got no more. So you gotta beat the waffle fucking iron now.
actually, when you got beat, that's when you activate your mulligan.
We did it. So then it's gone back to you, right? Who's up? Who's up?
Yeah.
Because I know I got one.
Who
I
count?
win.
Wait, if
I
Owen,
guess-
if you suggested Foreman grill,
Yeah, I
and-
suggested Foreman grill. It went.
and then it got shot down, then this would be your mulligan
So I got a mulligan now, and it's got to be me
right
again?
now.
All right. Fuck. That's okay. Kitchen appliance to beat
Waffle maker.
waffle maker. Okay.
I will tell you if what you selected has already been announced. just so-
Microwave.
Ew.
But it is though.
Microwave's shitty in
But it
2023.
is though. No, microwave's great. Microwave.
Owen, do you have a microwave?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I thought you said you. I thought you were like
no.
adamant about not having.
You
a
haven't listened to
microwave.
the show. You have forgotten what we have talked about on the show because I went through a whole phase where I didn't have a microwave. Then I got the whole thing back and it was a whole story. And I do have a microwave now because I fucking do not like not having a microwave. And microwaves rule. Microwaves fucking rule. Get a microwave. It's better than fucking.
I
half
feel
the
like
shit.
we legitimately had a show where you were excited about not having a microwave.
No, and then we had a show later on that I did. I was
Oh,
excited.
where you got one and you were also
I'm not
like,
saying you're
I am
wrong there.
equally excited about now.
Yeah. Equal the other way. So yeah, microwave fucking rules. Microwave beats a waffle fucking maker. I can buy anything from the store. I can put it in there. I can reheat shit. You can't reheat a goddamn meatloaf fucking casserole or some
But
goddamn
waffle
shit.
maker's
You
so
can't,
basic,
though, but you
bro. It
can't.
doesn't win.
Microwave.
Microwave's like a first. When you start dope appliance, microwave's
Well,
what you
dope
start as a
kitchen-
safety.
Well, I'm going dope is the best microwave. Sign me off on that.
I'm sorry, Owen. Waffle maker beats
Waffle maker does not
microwave.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're wrong.
Well, here's the deal, Owen. The decision was mine.
No,
and
he gets the vote too. He gets the vote too.
I mean, I
Ty's-
did nominate Waffle Maker.
Yeah,
Ty's vote is waffle maker.
Yeah, but you can't tell me, Ty. You can't tell me that you'd rather in your one, like, say you move into a studio apartment. What am I
You
going to
only
take
have
my
one appliance and you
to
get
take- and
microwave
you
or
get-
waffle
yeah,
maker.
You fucking dickhead. None of you are taking the waffle maker.
I'm
You're
taking
taking
waffle
the goddamn
maker.
microwave. And that's why microwave wins. All of
Waffle
you
maker.
wrong. I win. Fuck you.
No,
I
it's
win.
waffle maker, Owen.
No, I win. Beat microwave.
Owen.
Beat microwave.
Owen.
It's not.
By the rules of dope appliance, you are out.
Bullshit. It's absolute.
Even with your new
finish it,
mulligan
Kevin.
law.
Okay, you beat him then. You go. Waffle maker versus what? What do you got? What do you got?
It's all over. I won, Owen.
No, because
No,
I get to
no, he gets to
challenge
challenge
you for
you.
a doper appliance than
I
waffle
don't.
maker.
This is ridiculous.
And I believe I have it, Ty.
It's absurd.
I already
Ty,
beat you. You can't
how-
go again.
You can,
Microwave
Owen
should
can't go.
win. Microwave fucking wins. I don't know how microwave.
Ty, would you like to hear
beat-
what I have that would beat waffle maker?
No. It's too late. I win.
No, you don't win. You beat Owen. Owen is out of dope appliance. But now you have to beat me and what I suggest right now. And Ty,
you were quesadilla maker, and I went
I
up
had
that
my
with waffle.
and I had my mulligan. No, I had my mulligan, which made it through, and then you made waffle maker, which defeated Owen.
Microwave still wins.
The rules are fucked. They're all fucked.
I
won.
get this is my last chance. And Ty still has a full mulligan.
He's got a
so
full
Ty,
mulligan, so he can
And-
pull out a goddamn ninja blender if he wants. I don't know. Like, what's he gonna do?
Ty, I think
It's not the microwave, though. I tell you that.
that I think that what beats waffle maker is 100% the panini press.
Boo! 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 Microwave,
No.
still better.
No, you don't get to
Owen's
do
just
that.
salty because he's
No.
mad
Okay.
about microwave being
Once
a
again-
low tier appliance.
Okay, let's think about this panini press versus waffle maker. They're basically the same appliance.
Yeah.
They're
Waffle
basically
maker's
the same.
better.
One has a squishy sandwich type function. One has a kind of like area
a
where it will hold-
full-on destructive press.
Right, but one will keep it in more than the other. Therefore, Ty actually wins with waffle fucking maker because it will
Time
hold
Waffle maker.
it in more than the panini maker because it's basically the same thing. You can do a squish sandwich in a goddamn waffle maker, no goddamn problem.
It's gonna be
I don't
good.
think
It's the
the
same
sandwich you
instrument.
make in a waffle maker is going to be as good as the sandwich you make in a panini press.
No, it's not.
Gonna-
It's
gonna
not,
be
but
great.
it can do 2 for 1. Ty, you win this one.
I
You win.
think this has been. I think
You win.
Owen is just being hella salty. Doesn't want me to win. I think Owen is compromise. I'd like to call in.
I mean, it's still the microwave.
I want to call
microwave.
in the dope court. I want to call dope court.
Dope Court.
I'm calling together dope court.
That should be a TV show, by the way, that we should do.
Why
And,
aren't we making Dope
why,
Court right
yeah,
now?
we will. Yes, let's just go ahead and say that.
Judge
that's-
Stoney resides over dope court, and
Well, we do Dope Court. We go through like we just. This is what this
argue
bit is
the
called.
same thing.
This is what this bit is called from now on. Instead of being
Dope
dope
court.
fish, it's just dope court. So we dope anything, right?
Bro,
Like,
that's
the
a
dopest.
beautiful. We have come to a
Dope
beautiful
court.
realization.
Yeah, and then we can do a full, and then we can just do a full TV show of dope court, where like we discuss the dopest of the thing.
Dope court.
Yeah, we literally just gave you kitchen appliance. I don't know how Waffle Maker won, but it did. It should have
It
been
did
microwave.
because of jealousy. It won because of corrupt politics and jealousy.
and I tell
like
you
in
what,
real court,
like in real politics
fucking
and
court.
real court.
Waffle Maker won because two sides were too angry about the actual real dopest thing to vote on anything. So Waffle Maker. This is how Donald Trump win. This is how Donald Trump wins elections. Everyone is so unhappy with all the rest of the decisions that they just go Donald Trump.
That's it.
Blah.
That's it. Now we have fucking dopest kitchen appliances Waffle Maker. It doesn't make any sense.
It's
but-
true.
Waffle Maker over is a waffle better than a panini in any single world?
Yeah, it is.
Most
It is.
worlds,
Most
yes.
worlds. And I tell you, it can hold the stuff in. Like, as a device, it is a better made.
Can a waffle maker reheat anything, even like a microwave can?
It can reheat a literal panini if you want it to. You
Not
can
like a
open that thing
microwave.
and, like, slowly
Dude,
like put it on there.
Waffle panini would be pretty good.
You could Waffle Maker.
Can a waffle maker cook a salmon fillet? I know a
No.
microwave can.
You heat. Well, that's a George Floyd
Yeah,
panini
it could.
maker. Here's what I'm saying: is a panini maker is basically a George fucking Foreman grill, which I presented years ago in the goddamn competition. And George Foreman grill was a nice fucking panini grill. And you don't fucking tell me that a panini maker is better than a waffle maker when I promote the goddamn George Foreman fucking grill.
Panini maker over Foreman grill.
No, but that's.
Foreman grills are uppity panini makers, and I'll stand
They
by that.
are, but they're good. They're like, leave a goddamn fucking Foreman alone, all right? We gotta get out of here. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, everyone, please, if you like what you're hearing, please go over to patreon.com and subscribe to our Patreon. Throw us a little bit of cash, and you can get some premium shows, which is just way more of the same hilarious content that you've
We
been
try.
listening to.
We need to be doing more over there, and we will be doing more over there in the new year. Patreon.com/ONRS. Thank you.
And here's the thing, guys. If you also like, let's say, the Graps, or if you're a wrestling fan, no matter what genre you listen to, whether it's AEW, WWE, New Japan.
Let me handle that part real quick.
I'm sure they cover all of it, right?
We do. If you're a wrestling fan in general, I would say that our podcast would appeal to most. We ain't the smartest. I'm honestly on there. I'm throwing out my opinions. I watch a ton of wrestling, and I do that with my friends. And it's nice to kind of get other people's opinions about what's going on. And one of the most amazing things is that wrestling is still, right now, in 2023, even crazier than it was in 2022. So,
it's kind of cool again.
Yeah, well, it's quite an interesting thing that's happening with everything in the business, and we're covering that over at onowrestling.com or wherever you find your podcast. I mean, Seb, what else we got to promote? I feel like we got
guys, in the new year,
Facebook.com.
I'm gonna get back to streaming, and that's gonna be www.twitch.tv/ONRS_Mike D. I'm gonna get back to doing some city builders. I'm gonna get back to running SnowRunner. I'm gonna show you guys my COD and Apex.
I want to
skills.
come pressure wash with you virtually. Can I do
will
that?
re-download the pressure washer, Owen,
Yeah.
and we can get started on a pressure washing business of my own.
I feel like we need to do that sometime soon on the app.
You guys can start suggesting games to me, guys, on the Ono Facebook page, on the Ono group.
Dude, we should do that.
Start suggesting games that are on the Xbox Live.
Well, you should just
free
be going.
app.
You should just be going live here on Twitch.tv/ONRS live with all of your gaming activities. If we're not live, why the fuck not have some fun. Let's go pressure washing together.
Let's
and
pressure
talk
wash.
some
Let's
shit.
do some
We'll
trucking.
do that from time to time.
Let me deliver some lumber to the places I need to deliver lumber to, guys.
I need some lumber every once in a while.
Owen just wants some wood.
I do.
And I got it for him.
I do.
Tyler, I hope you're feeling better in the weeks to come, sir.
I'm good, man. I feel great.
And we
Just
do
fucked up for a few
Yeah.
days.
And Owen, don't we have a mystery guest who
Yeah, we
might
do.
be joining us very soon?
Yeah, you know, he's a Neanderthal, and he'll be back right in place where he belongs.
So Sal says.
Being said, what do we say when we get out of here?